What up, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at ya. We got another country boy, country girl hangout, as I did with Jesse B. Gotta kind of rename it because we got a female in the house. But hey, we got Ambro. She's with us. If y'all have watched her show at all or seen me kind of be around, you already know that I've been talking to her for a little while now. But I wanted to have her on to do an interview. She's up and coming. She's where I was at when I thought I was stalled out, honestly, like last year. that 1200 mark, and I'm like, yep, I'm not going anywhere. And then I just randomly got a viral video, or half-ass viral. I don't consider 50K, but nonetheless, that helped a lot. So what's going on, Ambro? First off, start off by kind of introducing yourself and say where you're like from and whatnot, since we've already covered that personally. But
well, first thing, nice shirt. But
yeah, that's her shirt.
Made just for him.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but I've actually the videos that are dropping as we speak are actually promoting your shirt for you.
Thank
you. I threw the link down on the bottom and wore it during those reactions and whatnot. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw a link. So
well, thank you.
Of course,
but I'm Ambro. I'm 32 and I'm from North Carolina. It's not nothing secretive. I'm a very big Upchurch fan. I mean, pretty damn big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody knows you whatsoever, they know you're huge into Upchurch.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I guess I kind of want to hesitate getting into.
Oh no, you broke out. Oh, it's just me now. Well, what's up, you guys? I have no idea what happened or where he went.
Okay, I'm back. This is why I hate StreamYard. What the fuck was that? All of a sudden it just says, you're out of memory. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I have 32 gigs. The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you gotta love it.
Dude, fucking StreamYard. And it's like glitching like a motherfucker right now. Hang on. I'll let you talk, though. Go. You're on anyway, so just go with your introduction, and I'll figure out how I need to get there.
Okay, well, I call myself the Unapologetic Lesbian, and that's how I start I call it my second intros, and I call myself the Unapologetic Lesbian because if I'm wrong in information I give, I will say, hey, I'm wrong, my bad. But if I truly believe in something and like standing on morals, I don't apologize for it.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, yeah, I can be wrong in it, but I'm not going to apologize for it because it's my opinion. That's why I call myself the Unapologetic Lesbian.
And I appreciate that so much, because that's exactly how I am. I know people think like I'm very forward and everything else, and it's like, nah, dude, like if you don't like my opinion, that's fine, but I'm still gonna stand on it, unless you show me something that makes me change my mind.
Exactly. Same.
Absolutely.
And I've actually got a comment once before, something about unapologetic lesbian, so you're not really a lesbian, and I was like, I'm apologizing for being lesbian. No, unapologetic means you're not sorry, not you are sorry.
Like, you can judge me however you want. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Exactly. I am me.
Sorry, I'm just getting this on the other browser currently.
Oh, you're good. I can even explain this right here. My background.
Oh, go for it.
Obviously, the holler girl, Ambro, self-explanatory. But these two little pictures over here. This picture, I was in active addiction. That's the picture that I actually had literally just got done doing, like, the sit the shit down, and the picture was took. And then this one was took not too long ago. I'm actually wearing the JJ Lawhorn shirt from the show in South Carolina.
Yeah, and I remember us going over that on a live. I believe I was doing live reactions or something like that, and we were talking about it.
Yeah, I think I even sent you the pictures.
Yeah, you
That
sent them
was
to
one
me
of
in
them.
my DM so I could bring them up. Yeah,
That's the worst one.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand the before and after that you're showing there, but to kind of pump you up or hopefully make you feel better. I mean, when I looked at those pictures, at least at that time, in comparison to the things that I have seen, at least it didn't get worse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You were actually in a lot better condition than the majority of people that go through that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Like the my dealer at the time, she actually she was clean 2 years before I got clean. And she looked horrible before she got clean because she had been doing it for like 20 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. That is a lot.
And what done it for me, I went to jail. Simply that. I went to jail for 30 days and said, this shit ain't for me. I'm changing.
Fair
and
enough.
what set in fire that change and making me want to stay changed was that video I saw from church.
All right, I'm going to drop off in just a second here. So go ahead and keep talking about that experience if you want to expand on it a little bit more.
All right. But yeah, I went to jail for, obviously, I was on drugs and bad things happen. You do bad things and you get charges. Well, I got charges and I went and sat down for 30 days flat. I got out. I was ready to be done, but it was still hard and like that urge was still there. Well, I called my best friend, who is actually tattooed right here, and I talked to her. She told me that she could not meet, or I couldn't come and see her, that she missed me and she wanted to see me, but if I even asked her, she couldn't tell me no, and that I had 30 days, that if I couldn't do it for myself, to do it for her and keep going. Well, unfortunately, a year later, she passed away.
Oh,
and
shit.
But right after that phone call conversation is when I seen that video from church, and that's the funny thing. His music isn't even how I found him. It was a video of him sitting in a van, just him sitting in a van talking about drug addiction and disease. And I mean, the main things that he was saying I wasn't agreeing with, but kind of I was, because I'm living proof.
Yeah.
I mean, I
get where his heart was at with a lot of that. I can't remember
Mhm.
exactly what he said, but I do remember having similar thought processing watching it. Like, I don't know if I see it exactly how you're saying it, but I understand the end game here.
My opinion and the way I see it, it's a choice that leads to a disease.
Yes.
Because I wasn't around it growing up.
Yeah.
And I graduated high school. Right after high school, that was whenever that happened. And I found that stuff because I started hanging out with the people from a different school. I was an adult, so, well, a young adult. But, yeah. I seen that video. And actually, the words he said that in that video that I have held strong to until this day, right this second, I'm only saying this to make you go better yourself. And every day since, I wake up and better myself than the day before.
I think that's the end game that I was getting at. I really do. The end game that I absolutely agree with. To relate to you a little bit, I wasn't around it a lot in high school, but I had come across weed or come across whatever. And yes, during college, 19's when I actually ended up getting in trouble and stuff like that. Little brush with the law and whatnot, and that put me around a lot of those people. Took me a while to smarten up, getting in a little more trouble and do stupid shit, and eventually probation officer telling me to get a 40-hour-a-week job required as part of completing my probation. And I was like, okay, I have to quit college. And she's like, no, you don't. And I was like, a 40-hour-a-week job? You're fucking nuts if you think I'm already trying to pull like 20 and doing not overnights while I'm going to college. Like, how the fuck am I going to manage 40? You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, I don't think you understand. My dad requires me to take 18 credits, which is basically 60 hours a week. Yeah, the school did this awesome little discount program. 12, which is 40, to 16 is the same price. So you basically can take a whole nother course for the same price.
Damn.
I mean, courses were usually like 3 to 4 credits, the normal, like an English class or a science class or whatever. But
I wouldn't know that. I didn't go to college.
Yeah, I did not get a degree. I wish I would have went back for an associate's just to say I have it. But look, honestly, it doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't.
It don't. And I mean, look, I tried to go to college. I tried to go to college for firefighting. Firefighting. Okay, I go in and they get all my stuff from the year prior, my senior year. Dude, they literally told me I was too stupid. Like, not that, those words, but they told me I had to go back to fundamental reading and writing. I said, why do I need fundamental reading and writing for firefighting? What? I mean, I know why.
I want to word this right, and it has nothing to do with you directly, but this is one of the reasons why, like, and we can get into this whole other thing too. But so when you listen to a lot of these Southern rappers, they act like country. You get in, well, Southern people in general act like country's only in the South. And it's like, hello, there's just the whole other outskirt of the state. Like, the fuck?
I think it was Chris. Oh, I forgot who sang it. Somebody sang it. Country must be countrywide.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs.
I forget who that is. But yeah, it used to be one of my favorite songs. That's a 2000s one, I think. But anyway, so that being said, that's one of the first things that kind of bothers me. And then if you look at education, and it's funny because I had 2 of my best friends were twins in high school, and they're from Louisiana, and their mom used to say this shit all the time. Oh, our school system's so much better. And mind you, she did not sound hardcore Louisiana. She didn't have broadneck style like slang. No, she did not sound hardcore Louisiana. But
I love that accent.
I fucking love it. I do. I so much. She did once in a while. If you heard her start, like, if she got mad at the kids or something like that, you'd hear some of that slang pop. But that was about it. Otherwise, it was funny because she's like from Louisiana and she's about as proper as can be. Not uppity, but just proper. Yeah. Anyway, so the whole point is she used to always say about the education system. And I'm going to tell you, having traveled 40 states and at least 20 some that were through work in my adult life, and did a lot of southern states, Bama, Mississippi, Georgia, and the Carolinas are probably some that I didn't really, so that covers a good chunk of the South, but that's some of the ones that I didn't. Well, Bama, actually, I did Huntsville. I lied. I did Huntsville. But Louisiana, Arkansas, been through Tennessee, been through Kentucky, which they don't always consider the South, but it is. It's more the South than it is the North. If you ever hang out in both Indiana and Kentucky, like the very southern skirt is like Kentucky, basically, in Indiana, where Madison, Indiana is and shit. There's a power plant there that I used to work at a lot.
I haven't like hung out there. I've been through there.
Yeah.
I had to.
But anyway, so the whole point is, having been around the South, a good chunk of the states, dude, I'm sorry. Like, people can say what they want about stereotypes, but the stereotype exists for a fucking reason. And I mean, the United States is struggling with an education system, period, anyway, right now. But I can understand how you came across that with the firefighting thing, because it's just, dude, we definitely didn't have a good nationalized system that had anything figured out. Standardized testing made it worse. You know, we don't know how to do, I don't want to say necessarily individual to be like single out other people, but like focusing more on the individual. And that's where a lot of kids fall behind it, especially if they're like you and I are all over the fucking place. That's why we get along so well.
Yep.
People like us in school, the teachers most of the time hated. There were a couple that loved us because they loved our personality.
Yeah.
But
there was some
overall, when the teachers were trying to teach, I know for me, a lot of the teachers hated me because I was all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the teaching goes, maybe they love my personality, but
that's also I was fucked from like the second grade, because my entire second grade year I had a substitute teacher teaching the whole year. Like everybody in my second grade class scored, like, you know how you score when you graduate? Mm-hmm. We were at the lower percentage. Every single one of us.
And I'm gonna say this. Now I've talked about the education, but I want to say this about the individual yourself. Like, talking to you like I have for the past however long it's fucking been, consistently for the last month, but like probably 6 months or something like that now.
Yeah.
So you're a very intelligent person. So regardless of school and all that kind of stuff, like your logic and your way of thinking, not just because we agree on things, like just the way that you think through things, the way that you're open-minded, like that shows intelligence.
Thank you.
Why?
That
was awesome.
She's been trying to tell me that. She does. She's been trying to tell me that for 4 years.
You're a very intelligent person. You might have made bad decisions in your past, as have I, but you're a very intelligent person.
Those bad decisions has made me who I am.
Same. Absolutely same.
I'm not like a lot of people. I actually learn from my mistakes. I don't give in to them.
Had I not been on probation, had I not thought I was hanging out with the wrong people and doing just really dumb shit and thinking about society in a different way, which there's some things I hold on to from there, but the way I apply it is a little different now. Mm-hmm. But had I not done that, I would not be where I am today. And I say that by like even income earning level and everything else, like the fact that I'm super blue collar and all that blue collar shit would have never came around. The closest thing to blue collar I ever did was working in a fucking warehouse. Like I wasn't gonna go through no industrial cleaning and digging around in fucking coal dust and shit. Like, are you kidding me?
I've been to the places. My dad's an electrician, has been for a long time.
Yeah.
And I worked with him a couple of times.
I'll tell you this. Electricians are a different fucking breed, because I've been around power. Like, I was in power industry cleaning out the coal boilers and shit. And I'm gonna say right now, fuck actually working on the amount of videos that I've seen of arc flashes and shit. No.
That's the best part. My brother works same company.
We just had a guy leave. He's a lineman by trade. Leave where I work, and he's going back. He's moving to Wyoming to get back into lineman and stuff like that. So that's cool. I learned quite a few things from him about transformers and different, like, phase 1, 2, and 3, which I'm like, dude, you're talking some trigonometry shit right now.
Yeah, anytime them two start talking, you know that meme where it's like a math equations that just come to the screen? It's that.
See, and what's hilarious is addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, and like even algebra, I absolutely love. But you get into all this other logarithms and sine, cosine, both. No. Like, why did you need to make a complex? Numbers are numbers. No. Like, no. Like, oh, pi, this is how you find the area. Why do I care? And I can do the 3.14 shit, but I'm still like, I don't need it.
Let's go all the way back. to school. Why need all that extra shit? We don't need it in our adulthoods. We don't need it. I'm not out here doing algebra every day. I'm not doing fractions every day.
Algebra is good for one thing, and I can speak to you on this because of the critical thinking aspect that we share.
Mm-hmm.
Algebra, simple. Just simplify it to this: find x. That helps you critically think about the basics of the numbers that you know, so you can, no matter how the equation is, you don't just have to have it set here. You can actually figure it out here too.
I got you.
So that's the one thing I would say to that. But nonetheless, you're not super far behind not having that. But what I will say, instead of all the extra bullshit that they got into, the trigonometry and all that, where's the checkbook balancing?
Right?
Where's the
shit we
how
actually
do I get a mortgage? Where's the how does an interest rate work? How does the prime rate affect? Now I'm going to get into shit that'll hurt your head. How does the prime rate affect your loan interest rate? And how much are your credit cards screwing you in comparison? And how does that work? Because that's what
they need to be teaching.
What I'm starting to learn now in my 30s, because I'm paying down debt and I'm getting back on top of things. I understand how my credit card became 30%. Not just because of the prime rate, but because after I fell behind and after I was struggling really hard, now they have, just like an insurance company, risk analysis and stuff like that on the numbers end of things. Now they're looking, oh, well, we can actually take the multiplier and do these equation things. And I'm like, nah, fuck you. But yeah, so I guess, so Carolina.
I'm still here.
Okay. So Carolina, and specifically North Carolina, correct? I always say Carolina.
Yes, sir. Okay. North Kakalaki.
Okay. And we'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna go all super specific for
the shittier of the two states.
Oh, come on.
No, I love North Carolina and I love South Carolina. I love them both because they're the Carolinas.
Yeah.
There's like basketball fans, college basketball fans hate me. Because
the Tar Heels.
Yes, like the biggest, and it's not because I'm a Duke fan. I'm a Tar Heel fan, but the biggest rivalry in sports history is Duke and Carolina.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to playoffs, yes, if it comes down to playoffs, and Duke is in the playoffs, but not Carolina, I am still I'm gonna pull for Duke because it's a Carolina fucking team.
What that old dude's name is, but ESPN, the way you just said that, you have the exact same accent as him.
Oh Lord.
Playoffs. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do, but his name can't come to my mind.
Yeah, it might even be the dude from the Tar Heels or something. I honestly don't know, but same fucking accent. Oh my god.
My accent changes a lot. So does my wife's.
Yeah.
Just randomly, her hick will come out, and oh my, I love it. I love it.
And mind you, yes, this is an interview of you, and you tend to be the main person doing like your lives and stuff. But if Mystic wants to come around, she's more than welcome to. It's not exclusive to you.
Babe, do you hear that? He said it don't just have to be me. You can come around too.
She's like, ah.
She don't really do. It's our channel, but it's mainly me. It's ours because she's in some. Yeah. She's in the abandoned videos and the cemetery videos mainly because she actually does the research when we do those videos.
Yeah.
Where I'm pretty much the one that talks about the history and shows it, and she's just in it.
Well, and with our private conversations, I'll kind of expose just a little bit, just because it's kind of humorous.
No, go ahead.
For those who don't know, and I think she even does it once in a while on the lives, but she'll have her input here or there, and she's always got a great way of she'll surprise you. She'll make you fucking laugh.
like this last one, she popped in. We were talking about recovery, my recovery, and my recovery arm, and how she has said that she's not gonna skin my recovery arm if I mess up. No, she's gonna straight cut my arm off, where the recovery tattoos start, and she's gonna what is it? She's gonna freeze it and petrify it. So then whenever I do, like whenever she sees me, she can be like, "Bitch, I need you to come here. Look at what you've let go of. I want you to see it." Like, she said, "Bask in your fuck up." I mean, she jokes, but it's more her being serious, but not being serious. She's not gonna literally cut my arm off, but
no, I got you. I got you.
She just said, "I will make your life a living fucking hell." And, let me just say that she's a gypsy, so she can. Yeah, she can.
Okay. So I'll make this about her for a little bit because I've always had this question, and not disrespectfully by any means, but I've always had this question about gypsy because so you think about different cultures and whatnot. Jew's another one that people like identify Jew as a race, which it's a religion, but it's also kind of a race. And I don't even want to get into that, but the confusion aspect of it. Gypsy's another one where I know the general idea is they're nomadic, but where do gypsies actually come from? Like what is, you know what I mean? Like, do they have a country of origin, or is it just strictly nomadic? What does she have to say on that?
We come from all over.
Like,
there's Irish gypsies, there's Romanian gypsies, there's German gypsies. Like there's gypsies everywhere.
Yeah.
Her specifically is Romanian.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I think Romanian's the more common one that I've heard of, but I still didn't have a for sure, and that's kind of, at least that describes it a little bit better because I didn't even know about the German or.
There's actually a show that follows a family, and they're what I can never say it, and I don't.
Romanchel.
Thank you.
I'm not a Romanchel gypsy.
No, they don't like you.
No, they don't.
Gypsy Sisters. It is a very interesting show. Our favorite is Millie.
Yeah.
She's the black sheep. Okay. Go back to your stickers. She's gotten into making planners, like digital planners. She's thinking about starting to make a bunch of them and sell them on Etsy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to do this
on
YouTube too and get this pause, but it's freezing like a motherfucker. Dude, just give me the damn chat then. Hang on. No, fuck it. I'm just not gonna do it because it won't let me pause it. Good old YouTube, dude. Right. I don't know how many of my reactions you've watched, if any, but especially live, dude. The amount of times where I'm like, "Fuck this autoplay," and I have 2 autoplay stoppers, and for a while they were getting real good at programming around the sumbitches. And the ads too. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm actually trying to kind of make you money. If you could not double display ads, that'd be awesome. But no, I was just trying to open the back end to have the actual thing, and I was going to pause the video so I could have the stats on all the shit. But you know what I didn't think of? I can do the studio. That's what I can do. Okay. I figured out a different way. I forgot about studio. Yeah, I might have messed around with this way too much. That's why. Was it? Yes, it was us. We talked about true crime.
We did.
Yeah. So, I won't expose anything you said unless you want to, but yeah. So when I was on the true crime, no, I know. I was just saying, as far as, you know, conversations being private and whatnot.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, when I got into a bunch of that, that's where So the positive aspect, anyways, that's why I was bringing
Yeah.
it up. The amount of stuff that I learned over there from people that I met, from lives that I was a part of, just various different things, even people that I don't talk to anymore. Matter of fact, how I learned StreamYard originally was from somebody that I don't talk to anymore. Now I've used it with other people that I still do, and learned more about it from them. But yeah, so yeah, I like StreamYard. I was just like Kenny wanting us to go over to the live and whatnot. I went over to his live. He actually uses Restream.
I fell asleep. I'm supposed to be there.
I went over for a little bit. And I might check the dude out, but he
said he was independent.
Yeah, he did say.
And I mean, I asked that question because the channel is mainly known for independent artists.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not gonna not react to mainstream. No.
Yeah.
But I want it to basically mainly be independent artists because they don't get the recognition and the love and the support that they need.
So the people that I'm pumping up is absolutely all independent artists. Minus maybe some real small mainstreams, but otherwise, like the mainstreams that I do check out are, it's not necessarily that I think even Ren necessarily. I don't necessarily think that he needs to be pumped up more, even though I do pump him up because he is so independent. But like when I checked out Jason Aldean's, that's more of something I liked. I knew I would probably like because I like Jason Aldean, but it definitely was going to venture into the realm of mainstream artists that probably have to answer to what the label wants. And me and Vic have actually talked about that too. I don't know if you've talked to Vic at all, but Vic XL from Riding Dirty Radio.
I haven't. I mean, I've talked to him, but not about anything. It's just been small talk.
Yeah. I will say this. If you do talk to him more, like get into gabbing back and forth and whatnot, he's a really good resource for somebody who can tell you about the other side of things from somebody who's been around a lot of that, who isn't necessarily anti-label and stuff like that. So he can tell you the mindset from another side.
Okay.
He's not all like rah-rah labels, but he worked in radio. So
I got you.
I mean, he knows Mr. Collie Park. He knows, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but people like he was mentioning names like T.I. and stuff like that. And I was like, God damn, dude. Like, he's blowing my fucking mind. And he's like, oh, do you know who Mr. Collie Park is? And I was like, booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I was like, you goddamn right I know that call out. I don't know the dude, and I can't name everything he's ever done, but I know that particular one, and I know I've heard him again otherwise. So he's somebody who's actually helped me kind of, in my head, connect more about the industry that I've heard about for so long. Understand how Bubba Sparks might not be mainstream anymore, as he was with Miss New Booty.
Wait, I love some Bubba now.
Yes, but he's not. I think he is signed to a label, isn't he? I don't know on that one. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to look right now.
Yeah, go look. Or look if he has been in the past outside of Miss New Booty. But for the longest time until I found him again at the Yellow Wolf concert, 2017, I went to the Yellow Wolf concert when I got this picture with Yellow Wolf.
Fucking way.
What, he is?
Yeah, he's signed with Yellow Wolf.
Well, that's good.
That
don't bother me at all. Yellow's not mainstream no more.
No,
he's not with Shady. He's actually said negative shit about
Slum American Records is his. It's like Holler Boy.
Yes.
Well, what Holler Boy was.
I don't know how much I don't know enough about Slum American to say it's fully like Holler Boy. It might have some connections in the industry.
Yeah. Oh,
what up, Side Mouth?
Hey, my reaction of y'all's dropped earlier. that both of you ended up sending me. Him and Breezy Beezy sent me the same song in the DMs, and I was
That's
like,
dope.
I got y'all.
That's dope.
Yeah,
And
he
mind you,
signed with a.
Nope, go ahead. He signed with.
It says Average Joe's Entertainment, Slum American, and more, but when you click on more, nothing else pops up. Whoa, hold on. My bad.
Average Joe's is Colt Ford.
Yeah. Average Joe's, Slum American, Purple Ribbon, Universal, Interscope, EMI. These are all his old ones.
So, which, by the way, since I mentioned Colt Ford, I want to say two things. Even though he's possibly a bigger artist that people might say leans to mainstream, I do still like Colt Ford. I have a lot of respect for him in the industry, as he
Same.
paved a lot of the way in the industry, in my opinion.
did.
But what I will say is, I know for those who don't know, he was going through some health struggles, and shout out to Colt Ford. I hope he's doing better now. I like when I seen him making videos, I was like, holy shit, he got tore down. But yeah, dude, I got huge fucking respect for that dude.
Same.
Because honestly, like amongst country rap, I say Yellow's the first. I think I probably heard Colt Ford first. Like I can't remember what the first like big thing he had, but I think I probably heard him out there before.
See, it's crazy because I can't tell you who the first country rapper I heard was. I didn't know it was country rap until I found church. But I was listening to Yellow Wolf, Bubba Sparks, all these people prior to church, and it's all country rap. Like, I didn't call it that. I said, okay, these are white rappers.
Outside of Miss New Booty, I was definitely listening to Yellow Wolf before Bubba Sparks, but I started listening to Bubba Sparks again and realized the whole, where did the Miss New Booty guy go? Oh, he made an album called Deliverance that I completely fucking missed, because if we've learned anything as reactors now, the mainstream has just quieted that for so long, and thank God the internet's wide enough that we were able to come across it again.
Mm-hmm. There's one that, and I love doing this. It's fun, but I do miss when YouTube was just for fucking music. Like, if I didn't hear it on the radio and it never came on the radio, but I wanted to hear it, I would go straight to YouTube, type it in, there it is, play it.
I agree with you, but I'm gonna add one more that puts it dated a little further. I miss when YouTube was YouTube, which is what the entire original creator's intention was of YouTube. Now, I love the music being on there. That's awesome. And, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of industry, whatnot, not necessarily labels, but just artists in general that didn't necessarily like how easy it was to just put anybody's music on there. But no, so I liked being able to follow random ass people that decided to post videos. Now, Google, shout out to Google for allowing creators like us to be able to make money, but there's a lot of shit we all know that Google has massively fucked up. Like the amount of people that are afraid to swear on here. And I'm like, bro, fuck
it.
Yeah, because here's the deal. I know once in a while I catch the little yellow triangle on my shit because I say the F-bomb like way too soon on a video.
Literally once in a blue moon.
Yeah, but once in a blue moon. I have literally a high rating when it comes to following the community guidelines, because apparently they don't listen to enough of my video to catch all the shit I do that I'm not supposed to. I know a lot more about the guidelines now than I used to when I started, but dude, I did not give a flying fuck. And that's why I'm just like, people are like, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, they won't share you as much or you'll get shadow banned. No, I don't think it's so much on the curse words, really, because they actually, like, when you do too much, they tell you.
Yeah.
Like, they straight up tell you. What I think more of it is, in my case, well, the buying subs that I've told you about, that anybody who's watched my channel should pretty well know at this point. 300-400 subs, not that big of a deal in comparison to what I have now. But also the one community strike, and I should really probably do the class just to lose that strike to see if it gives me more views. But
you got a strike too?
I got one strike, and it was so you know how I found out what exact part that YouTube was actually telling the truth about Trump's speech?
What?
So there when the speech that got taken down, I forget which exact one, but it was back when he was trying to fight all the stuff post January 6th. And I forgot it. Oh, it was when he was on the Nelk Boys podcast.
I'm sorry, you gonna have to repeat that. I just pulled Instagram up just to check and see any notifications I may or may not have. Here you go.
You didn't see that?
I just now saw it. Literally just now. No Title IV's coming.
Oh, that part. I was like, you didn't see the birthday thing? I seen when Beth posted that.
No, this is his.
Oh, no Title IV. At this point, I am. I wish I had the kind of reactions you do with the mouth drop shit and everything, and sometimes I do, but with church, there's stuff he'll do in a song that'll make me drop my mouth and whatever, like because he's always so versatile. But I'm not gonna lie, like when it comes to releasing stuff, at this point he can't blow my mind because he's already done blowing my mind so many damn times. So I'm just like, yep, it's church. Fuck it.
Well, I will say this. Have you reacted to the third one yet?
No. I haven't reacted to anything that dropped in the last week.
The ending you're gonna love. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that now. I just reacted to it today.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie, like even when Just Trey dropped that song, which I haven't gotten a chance to react to, and then Kurt went live right afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So I showed up in both the premiere chat and in Kurt's, not just with a simple what's up. Like I made sure to stay there for a while. But as soon as it was about to start playing, I was like, nope, can't. And then Kurt, I went over there and I was like, I was going to hop in and out, which it turned out I wouldn't have been able to stay in at all for any of the music because everything he was reacting to was brand new drop shit that I do want to react to. So I'm just like, love supporting you, buddy. But if I haven't reacted yet, I can't.
Well, look, here's a way you can still support. When it's something that you want to react to, hit mute and then minimize the screen. Then they still get the view, but you don't see or hear what's going on.
Well, there's definitely that. What up, Kenny?
What's up, Kenny? I'm sorry I fell asleep.
She made the same face when we were talking about it earlier. Because I mentioned how we were talking about StreamYard and it made me think you're live, how you were telling me that you were on Restream.
I did. I don't know what it was. I got hit with like a bad feeling and I just went to sleep. I woke up at like 1 something and she said I had a fever. I went back to bed, woke up at like 8 something, and then I've been up ever since.
Well, if he just came from Crime Rest, then I should probably make a post. Because clearly notifications did not fucking go out. How the fuck do I do this shit? God damn it. What the hell is the one thing I wanted to cover? There was one thing that we passed over that I wanted to go back to. We can talk. So you talked about where you're at. The one other thing that I wanted to cover before we got into kind of more of the country rap scene and what's going on right now. I'm reading chat and losing myself now. And this is not an insult at all, but normally I'd ask like what you do for work or what, even if you did work prior to what I already know what you do. Mm-hmm. Like what kind of work did you do? What are you doing now? That kind of stuff. If you want to kind of cover that stuff.
During high school and after high school, I was working in restaurant. During high school, I was working at the YMCA after school program as a counselor. And that I was doing that, and when I would get off from there, I'd have to go to a local restaurant. It was an American Italian restaurant, Little Italy. I worked there, and then after I got off of drugs, well, during drugs, I worked at McDonald's a couple of times, literally a handful.
I mean, free
Then
munchies.
do what?
Free munchies.
Oh God, yeah! You could walk over to the fry thing anytime and grab a fry and eat it. You could walk past the chicken nugget thing, slide it out, take a chicken nugget. Everyone done it, managers included. No shit.
Reasons why that automated system they're eventually going to roll out is totally going to save them a fuck ton of money.
Right. But I worked there, then I got clean, and I'm beyond grateful for this because the woman, I was looking for a job, couldn't find one because of the charges I had. No one trusted me, which I was on probation for that stuff. But I go into the local Little Caesars restaurant, and the woman that had just took over the general manager position actually just took over about a month before I walked in. So when I walked in, she literally just looked at my application and she said, "Okay, so do you have any charges? What's your background?" I said, "Well, actually, there is some stuff on there. I'm actually currently on probation. I'm trying to turn my life around." As soon as I said that, she said, "Can you be here tomorrow at 4:30?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I can." She said, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30.
Do you know what the biggest chance? Just me knowing a little bit about management. You know what the biggest chance of why she asked that question is? Because it showed honesty.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just that she knew you had a background, but the fact that you had a background and you were so willing to be like, "Here it is."
That's exactly why she gave me the job. And the crazy part is I found out way later on, she was actually going to hire me on as, I didn't know this, but when I walked in and asked before I ever even said that, she was going to hire me as a shift manager, but she couldn't because of the background. So she just hired me as regular crew. And it ended up within 2 months, I was her right-hand man. I opened the store with her. So you did
move up to basically that?
No. I couldn't because of the charges.
So
everybody knew it.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, everybody knew it. The general.
That's why I got let go from Walmart when I ended up on probation, when I caught them charges. I was there for 2 months. I was one of their favorite hardworking employees. I was going for forklift cert and everything. They literally called corporate to try to get overridden. Yeah, I feel
But they allow people that like the. Yeah, it's stupid. But yeah, she gave me that chance, and no, I never got to be a manager. I almost did, but I didn't get a chance. But she knew, the district manager knew, the president of the company knew, the CEO knew, everybody knew about me, knew who I was, knew my charges. They knew everything about me, but they absolutely loved me. Anytime the top dogs from the company would come to check on the store, because we're getting ready to have a rating or something, she would make sure I was the one working with her. And here's the best part. She wouldn't have to do shit. Because it was only me, her, and the dough person. Me and her had the front. The dough person was not allowed to leave the dough. So I'm running around the entire store doing everything while she's discussing business with them. One time they looked at her and was like, "Don't you need to be helping her?" She said, "No, stand back here and watch." They stood there for 5 or 10 minutes just watching me. One of them eventually walked up and was like, "Have you raced anybody before?" I was like, "Yes, I have. Let's go." So we raced on the make
let's
table.
Do this shit.
We raced on the make table. I whooped his ass. Then we raced over at Landing where we had to take the pizzas out and cut them and box them. I whooped his ass there. Then we went to the bread table, whooped his ass there, went to the press where we got to press the pizza dough, whooped his ass there. He looked over at Cheryl, which was the general manager, and he said, "Give that girl a fucking raise." Dan, who's the district, was standing beside her talking to her, and he went, "Huh, trust me, we wish she was a manager." They loved me there. But she ended up leaving to go to Dunkin' Donut, and I actually left and went with her. Now, that was some bullshit.
I mean, I understand policies like that. I do. But I think that is a perfect example of how in life there needs to be more nuance with anything. It's one of the reasons why I don't agree with like 95% of laws in general and everything else. Like, there needs to be some discretion on situations. Like, there's just, if you're hard fast, somebody did this, and like, you got to look at the circumstance. You also got to realize that the system that puts those things on your record isn't perfect. So there's that.
Well, I mean,
there's all sorts of shit.
After working with them for 2 years on and off, and when I say on and off, it wasn't all the time. I worked with them for like 4 times in 2 years. They had tried to make me a manager. They did. But I got fucked out of that job. When I say I got fucked out of that job, I had food poisoning. I was sick as fuck. The dough person shows up withdrawing from alcohol. So he's not wanting to work. I've been to the bathroom 4 times, puking and shitting my guts up. He goes to the bathroom 1 time, pukes, and says, "Savannah," she was the assistant manager at the time. "Savannah, I gotta go home. Bobby's outside. I just threw up." Well, needless to say, because at this point, I know the entire store. I know how to do the register. I know how to do landing, make line. I know how everything in the walking. I know that store like the back of my hand. Like, that store, I knew everything. Mm-hmm. So I had to go do dough. Well, about 2 hours left of my shift, she tells me to go and get the next dough person that was supposed to come in to help me finish my shift. Because I'm literally to the point while I'm waiting on the dough machine to get done mixing the dough, I've got my hands on the desk and I'm just standing there going like this because I feel like shit. Customers are seeing this too, mind you. They are not happy. Well, we get down to where there's 1 batch left. And the dude that I went to pick up, he told me, "Go ahead and go. You're good. I've got this last batch. You need to get out of the store." So I start to go. Here comes the general manager out the fucking bathroom yelling at me to get my ass back at the fucking dough. Customers could hear and everything. So I ended up slamming the pan I had down and was like, "Fine, fuck it. If the customers get sick, they get sick. Like, what you want?" Well, I ended up getting wrote up for that by her. And little did she know, the 2 customers that were standing in the store when that happened wrote her up. Because on the write-up, both customers said that an employee was getting cussed out, and an employee was getting cussed out for feeling sick and clearly looking sick. There was no color to this young woman's face. I ended up seeing the write-ups. Because I went back to work the next day I was scheduled, and I told I was fired. I said, "Excuse me? Why am I fired?" "Because you cussed while on the clock." "Excuse me?" I got fired because I cussed. Yet she got wrote up twice. Okay. Well, 2 days later, I get a phone call. "Do you want to be a floater?" "No, you can take that job and shove it up your ass."
Like, nope, you done hit my self-respect limit here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you self-respect? Oh my God, dude. The Dunkin' Donuts experience? So the Dunkin' Donuts I got the job at, and I was a co-general manager with 2 other general managers. Reason why there was 3 of us, 2 of us, one or 2 of us was supposed to go to different stores, but we were all like training together. It was a 1.5-hour drive, almost 2, every day, there and back. That would be fine if they didn't have me close the fucking store. I have to go to Moxville, which is on the way home, wait on the girl I was dating at the time for her to get off at the store in Moxville, get home, and then be back at the store in the morning to open. By the time I got to the house, the only thing that I had enough time to do was smoke a blunt, take a shower, get dressed, and leave. I literally ran off the road after that day. Actually, when this happened, there was customers that I was becoming like a regular face to them. They were regulars to me. One of them stopped me when I went to go make their coffee and said, "Don't even do it." I said, "Why? I need to make this is my job. I need to make your food and your I need to make your stuff." That sweet old man said, "Because, honey, I know who runs this Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm going to personally call him right now. You need to go home." "How far away is your house?" I said, 1.5 hours. He said, "Yeah, you go sit down. I'm going to call Rusty." I said, "Oh, you know the man's name." "Okay, yes, sir." 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The other general manager was at the store, took one look at me and said, "Go home."
Damn.
And I ended up almost running off the road because I fell asleep at the wheel. Was told I was getting a $500 sign-on bonus that I never got. Yeah. That was
shady
buddy.
ass fucking franchisers.
Mm-hmm. And like the girl I was dating with, she was sick as fuck with 103 temperature. We know it was 103 because it was took in the store while she was working. We're trying to tell her she needs to leave, like the manager of that store in Moxville. No, she wasn't buying it. So
that's why I laugh at the amount of people that say, "Oh, OSHA, oh, OSHA." And I'm looking at them, I'm like, OSHA not here. Like, not like I'm telling them, hey, they got to do this. I'm just like, you got these expectations like OSHA. Like, motherfucker, how many stories can I tell you about the shit that I've gone through? And, you know, you're giving stories right here. Like, goddamn,
right?
dude.
And look, like with all that, there's one time of me working that I will never forget. It was horrible, but damn, I loved it. I was working at Little Caesars in Alabama because I lived in Alabama for like 2 months. I was actually supposed to start my week training of being a manager, but I left. But that's working there. I ended up getting a ingrown toenail partially removed from a hospital because I didn't have a doctor, like a regular doctor there. I had just moved there and I needed the bitch gone because working at Little Caesars, you're on your feet the whole fucking time. Mm-hmm. I needed the bitch out so I could work. So I can't help it, but this doctor looked like it and it reminded me of what one looks like. So whatever, fuck it. This pedo looking doctor fucking did not numb my toe and partially cut an ingrown toenail out of my toe. I could not walk, let alone work. But guess where my ass was the very next day? Work. Mm-hmm. And this is so cool. The people that worked there, they were so fucking cool. They knew what had happened because the day before I had to take off for that. I get to work and they see I'm limping. They ask if they can see it. And I'm like, no. They said, why? I said, because they didn't numb me. As soon as I said they did not numb me, the woman who owned it, when I say owned it, it was locally owned Little Caesars. Like she owned it.
Yeah.
She looked at me and said, honey, your entire shift is to be at the dishes. You're not to do anything but wash the dishes. Prop up off your foot all you need. If we need to get you a stool, let me know. You're only doing dishes for your entire shift. Thank you, ma'am. God, you have mercy.
Some people have a fucking heart.
Mm-hmm. And they did. They let me do nothing but dishes that day. It sucked. It hurt. But I was so thankful and blessed that the only thing I had to do was stand there and do the dishes instead of walking back and forth. I wouldn't have been able to keep up with how bad I was limping. I wouldn't.
So for people who don't know, you did a bunch of that stuff. You were working in various different restaurants and whatnot. Mm-hmm. What are you doing in life now? Like what is your occupation? I guess let's put it that way.
The best job in the world. Stay-at-home mama.
Best way you could have put it.
Best job in the world.
And for those who don't know, like if I didn't hint at it enough already, I already knew that. I just have to ask the question so you guys can get to know her.
I mean, I'll give you an update on that too, by the way.
Okay.
So our kids are homeschooled. They are homeschooled. We don't teach them. We help them. But there's actually a program online where it's pre-recorded actual teachers, certified teachers that have pre-recorded like classes,
dope.
videos, and stuff. Very proud mommy moments. And I say mommies because there's 2 of us. All 4 of
In
our
case
kids.
they didn't get it from the Unapologetic Lesbian.
Yeah, married over here. Yeah. All 4 of our babies are AB honor roll. All 4 of them almost have a 4.0 GPA.
Hell yeah, man.
And our
That's a
two
proud moment right there.
our 2 sons are going through grades like they go through candy. And they're passing. They are smart.
If you don't mind, how old are they?
The boys are 8, Sky is 10, and Nevaeh actually turns 10 she turns 13 next month. I wish she would turn fucking 10. Yeah, we have
She's gonna get mom shit now. You can't remember how old I am.
Oh, she already knows. In all honesty, I love her. Yes, I'm throwing her under the bus. I love our child. Do not get me wrong. I love her. In fact, this how much I love her. That's her handwriting.
That's dope.
And it's not even just, she has it 2 places. There's there, and then their names right here are in their handwriting, their own handwritings.
That's awesome.
I love her to death, y'all. I do. But she is gullible as gullible can be.
She's got too big of a heart.
I'm not playing. When you say Nevaeh, Gullables wrote on the ceiling. By the time you get Gullables wrote on, she's already looking up. Like, I love it though. And we butt heads. Oh, we butt heads. We butt heads. But I love it. I wouldn't have it no other way.
That's awesome.
I tell everyone, you know how in addiction it's insanity. Well,
yeah.
I still live in insanity. It's just different.
Well,
I call it madness.
That's parenthood.
Well, I call it madness. Or no, I tell people the kids drive me insane. Or I forgot how I say it. Babe, how do I say it? The kids drive me insane to the point I'm sane. They do. They drive me insane, but at the same time, they keep me so grounded and here and like, bitch, hello. And they've made me calm down. Like, I used to be a little reckless fuck, driving 20, 25 miles over the speed limit. Now you're good to catch me going 5 over.
So I will say this, and don't get me wrong, your opinion goes with the majority on that for sure. There's so many more people that believe what you're saying, but that's where I'm a little different. And I know, single guy in my 30s, no kids, so a lot of people are gonna say, oh, you'll change. And it's like, I don't deny that I won't change a little,
not fully.
But there's certain shit that I'm gonna be hard-headed on, and it's because it's my life values.
See, I feel you on that. Because if the kids are not in the car, no, I'm a little bit more reckless when I drive. I like to drive how I like to drive. Now, if the kids are in the car, that's where you can catch me doing good at 5 over, no more. I make sure to.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. 100%. Even with the speeding, loving the rush, the whole 9 yards. When it comes to the kids' safety, that's an entirely different scenario. So I get that 100%.
Now I'm still the same reckless little shit I always have been. Just
not to mention not to mention the parent when they turn 16. You don't do that. Like, Dad, you see,
I don't want them to see what I do. I don't want
hey, that's what parents are supposed to do. You don't do what I do.
But see, yes, you're not supposed to do what I do, but what is that beautiful saying? Monkey see, monkey do. Right. Monkey definitely do.
Yeah.
When it comes to R4, monkey definitely freaking do. I don't know. And I forgot.
And
what
like
song
I can.
Sorry.
I don't know. No, I'm trying to think of the song. I don't
there's
know.
one. Our son Grayson, he'll start singing it, and I'm like, wait, no, it's one Church just dropped. It's one, or no, it's Sex and Lighter.
Oh,
from concert with the crickets. Grayson sings it word for word, and I'm like, boy, stop. Oh my God.
Well, he's going to be a lover boy.
You know the crazy part about that? We call him our lover boy. All 4 of our kids, he is the first one that's ready to give you a hug and not let go of you. He is our lover boy. But don't get it twisted, because he can be a little butthead at times.
Yeah.
Like
I
he
get it.
painted his bedroom floor. And the closet. And the dresser. And the window. Like, parenting doesn't come with a warning label.
So I'll compare this, and like we were talking about with the being reckless and whatnot, and parenting and changing and whatnot. I'll bring one thing up with your past that's kind of like with addiction and shit like that. That's one thing you hope your kids never get into, and I can't speak to how you'll handle this, obviously. And what I'm about to say is exactly not what I'm leading up to sound like I'm going to say. It's that, like, I honestly, when it comes to me, that's the one thing I fear, like, right up front with parenting is, like, don't get me wrong, I want my kids to live life, but there's just, I know, because I know how I was and my dad knew how he was, that you can tell your kid and tell your kid and tell your kid, this is how this works. I've learned this before. Like, don't do this because this will happen. And they have to learn the hard way. And there's certain shit you never want them to learn the hard way. And I don't know how I'm going to handle that. And I don't know how I'm going to address that, because I know what my dad said never worked on me. And I know I'm also going to have the temptation to do the exact same thing and say, hey, I did this, like, it's not going to go well for you. So I that's a question I played with in my head 100 times.
We're honest. We don't sugarcoat it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the kid,
I know that part for sure.
The kids fully 100% know what this arm is. They know about what every tattoo means on it. They know that it's my recovery arm.
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, especially Nevaeh, like, I'll sit her down and have heart-to-hearts with her and tell her, look, you know about my addiction. I want you to know about that, because I don't want you to go down that same road as me. I show you these pictures of me when I was on the stuff, so you see what's awaiting you if you choose to do that. I can't tell you whether you can or can't. I'm not going to control you. You have the decision at the end of the day. But I'm showing you what's going to be there waiting for you if you choose it. So we just be honest with them.
I think that's one of the most tactful ways to do it, for sure.
Well, I was sheltered by it. I only knew about drugs and shit from school and TV.
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing I can, like, a real basic that's nowhere near the severity of what you're talking about. But, like growing up Catholic, what's one of the number one rules with Catholic? You can't have premarital sex. Like, bruh, what's the one thing you can't tell a fucking teenage boy?
For real, that.
Like, no.
That's the one thing. No.
Like, if I'm able to have it, fuck you. So on that front, I already know how I'm going to address that one. That one's just going to be, here's the risk. I know you're going to do it anyway. If you have any issues, like, talk to me. I'm here. I want you to talk to me and be protected and all that kind of stuff. So
that's exactly what we're doing and what we've told them.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just the other shit that I'm way more worried about, for sure.
Oh yeah, almost definitely. But I mean, I couldn't be. Huh? Go ahead.
Nope. You couldn't be what?
I couldn't be. Our kids do things. All kids do. They can push every button we have.
Oh, yeah.
We have some pretty damn good kids. Anytime they're away from us and they're with other people, the only report we get is good.
Yeah.
There's not what we get told they're the most how do you say this word? Mannerful? Thank you.
Mannerful. Yep. I got
Thank you. That makes me so happy to know, because we want them to grow up with respect. And it's really hard. It's really hard with I feel
in the adult world, respect's a lost quality in our generations.
And that's why we want them to have respect so bad. And that's like, I feel for single moms and single
Yeah.
dads. Let me say single moms, because I'm only talking about young boys, like raising little boys. I feel for them. We both do, because their dads are not here, and that's not because of her and her not wanting them to be. They have chose it. Like, one of their dads has signed their rights away, and actually was begging for me to adopt them under her nose. Like, it pisses me off, because the type of person I am, yeah, I'm here, but if they were actually good dads and active and being a part of their lives, it would make my heart so happy. I wouldn't come in the way of that, because in all honesty, a little girl needs a daddy and a little boy needs a daddy. I'm not a man. I don't know how to raise little boys into young men, into men, because I'm not a man. But damn, I'm trying. I'm trying.
The only thing I can say in your case is, depending on what family you guys have, what friends you guys have, like, your first option would be hopefully an uncle that can step in, that's
My brother.
able to be that kind of way.
My brother.
But the other one would be if you have somebody that's a really, really close family friend that can do something like that. But having your brother, that's good.
We get help from my dad and my brother.
That's really good. Yeah. Because I think even for girls, though, and this isn't me just being a sexist guy, like, I've heard psychologists talk about it too, and it makes sense. I think there's certain things for me, because I can speak from missing a mom, and there's certain compassions that I struggle with. There's certain understanding women that I struggle with, even though I think I understand women better than a lot of guys do. But doesn't mean I work well with them. It just, I think I understand it. Yeah. But that also helps that my friends were almost always women. But anyway, the lacking the compassion and stuff, but with lacking a dad, like, obviously plenty of us know adults that didn't have dads. Like, my best friend struggles with a lot of things because of that. And guys, obviously, I mean, you don't even need me to describe what happens with boys that don't have a dad around. Like, it sucks when dudes don't take that responsibility. I'm all for, do whatever you want to do, romantically and whatnot, but there's the guys that choose not to be in their kids' lives, and that's like, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, my number might not be high, but I slept around as much as I wanted. I mean, it was with a limited number of girls, but nonetheless, like,
I mean, we all were young.
If something were to happen, if that control that I thought I had didn't work out, as far as having kids, like, my ass would have been stepping in, whether I want to or not. Like, it's my job, and to the dad-kid relationship, even though I say it's my job, like, I wouldn't treat it as a job when I'm dealing with the kid. That's not how you do it, but it's just, it's amazing to me, the amount of guys that just don't care.
Look, there's one of the dads. Our child has, the last time I heard, over 40 siblings that she will never meet.
Jeez.
And he has custody of not a one. And then, I'm gonna private message you something later. Remind me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Like,
there's several things that I've kind of avoided talking about, because I'm like, shit, we're live.
I mean, I'm honestly an open book.
No, I know, but there's certain things that I want to reference that I can't.
What I'm fitting to tell you in DMs, it's something with her. So
yeah. But so we don't have to go right now, but I want to wrap up 7:30, 7:45, something like that. Which is 15.
That's perfect. That's perfect, because I'm going live at 11:50.
yeah, I seen like 9:50 or whatever this time. So
I had to change it.
Yeah. Anyway, so the one thing that I wanted to get into with you, because we go back and forth so much privately, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot of people that would love to jump in on this. And I know not very many people watching live, but I'm sure people will rewatch and whatnot. The country rap world and what we both talked about privately a little bit, or just the supposed independent scene. Like the amount of shit that I've learned, even you, like, because you were able to watch a lot of this while it was happening. But I'm just like, dude. And I'm still gonna, like, I think I settled down enough. I'm not gonna hardcore like, no, I'm not reacting, but I don't feel the same way I used to because of learning a lot of shit. And it's like I mean, you can speak to this. As soon as I finally watched those, I was like, bro.
Yeah, like right now, as far as the quote unquote diss tracks in country rap are coming, yeah, hold on. Let me turn my camera on for this one. So, as far as it comes to the country rap diss tracks, I'm not reacting to them because there's no actual passion in the damn music. It's all personal aimed, and I get diss tracks. You got to have personal aimed shit like that, but it's going from the music to out of music now. And when it does that transition, it's no longer fun. It's no longer enjoying. Like,
assuming it's stuff that's dropping that I have the time to react to as it's coming out, great. Like within the week or whatever. Not this, like how what was it, the Just Trey and everything. I think I was like a month fucking behind with that shit. And it was, I did really want to react to that. That was big. I still wanted to do it. And there was actually quality within it.
Well, Trey dropped one recently, but he took it down. Yeah. Do you know why? Okay.
God damn it. I knew I should have fucking screen recorded shit. This is why I said this shit last fucking year, that I was screen recording shit because the artist can't hide it.
Well, I mean, okay.
Hang on. I want to correct this for any of the artists that might pop up. I know Trey wouldn't say this or whatever, but some artists might pop up. Well, I can actually strike. Yes, you can actually go through the trouble to go and strike me for still putting it up. I understand that. I'm not saying you can't, but most artists aren't going to go through that amount of trouble.
Well, I'll say this. He called me to let me know why he took it down. And he done it. He recorded it. He posted it. But he talked to his old lady about it. And she said that it was wrong of him to bring up Adam's wife, Margie. Granted, the bar he used, he was actually giving props to Margie because he said Margie made some pretty good meals. Like she fed him good while he was there. And it's like I told him, yes, that's not right.
There's an interesting way that you could skirt it for sure. I don't know what he said, and I don't necessarily want you to tell me, but
it's like I told him, no, it's not right to do that. But let's go back some years. Country Rap Facts with Just in Time and Adam Calhoun. Did Just in Time not say in there something about Hosier being mad at Tatum and Adam because Tatum fucked Hosier's wife? I mean, it's happened before. No, it's not a good, like, it's not good, but I didn't.
I'm gonna put it to you this way as a guy, and I'm gonna get accused of being possessive for this. Not necessarily by you, but people in general, especially females. But when it comes to picking on sensitive things, anything that has to do with cheating, anything that has to do with the bond you share with a woman or share in the case of a woman with a man, I can understand how women would get catty over that. It's childish. It's disrespectful. And there's a lot of things you can step on. But if you fuck with my family, I can understand how rap battles end in somebody dead.
Yeah. I mean, he took it down. I told him I respected his decision for it. And I mean,
that's not speaking to just Trey directly. Yeah, like the topic in general. Yeah. But and I don't know what Trey said directly. So
I said, like, I had to go listen to it through Kurt's Live because I didn't get a chance to react to it. Granted, I'm glad I didn't because, in fact, I'll show it to you. I go through and turn my volume on my phone all the way down, and then I'll You know that red dot at the bottom of the video? I'll slide it and find a frame to get my thumbnail.
Okay.
Well, this just so happened to be what I caught for that. And I looked at her and I said, is this a fucking diss? Because if this is a diss, I can't react to it. I'm not going to do it.
You might have to send me a screenshot.
It says, because Ryan was the only real one, so fuck a cow. Soon as she read it, she said, yeah, that's a diss. That's a diss. We get home from dinner. It's gone. I couldn't even react to it.
So here's where we're. I've settled some of those thoughts on the two of them. Not breaking down everything. There's still so much more of the story for me to catch up to. I'm still 2 months behind on Ryan's videos.
I will say this, just because of that. Do you remember when I posted on my Instagram story that I knew an artist that a cow fucked over that wasn't church?
Okay.
Now you know. It wasn't my story to tell. It was Trey. Yeah. He said it in that diss. He pretty much let out what happened.
I can't believe Trey took it down.
Mm-hmm. It's on Kurt's live.
I understand that, but let's put it this way, because it's Trey, and there's a few artists that I would probably be like that with, because it's Trey. Without his blessing, I wouldn't do it.
No, Trey gave him the blessing. Trey told him he could keep it.
No. I'm not talking about Kurt. No. I'm talking about me reacting now. I wouldn't. I could rip it from somebody else's, but the only way that I would do it is if Trey gave me the blessing to do it.
I got you.
And I could message him and be like, "Hey, man," but I think I'm probably going to leave it. What I think I would say, just based on what you have told me about it, and again, it happened while I was busy at work and whatnot. And I was like, I'll get to it this weekend. Well, then I ended up working this weekend.
If you do want to hear it, it's on Kurt's live. But I mean, I agree with you.
I probably will listen to it if I'm not going to react to it, which I don't think I will. But
it goes hard.
What I would say to this, if Trey ends up watching this at all, or if I get a chance to talk to him, I'll say the same thing. I would maybe do round 2.
He could take that bar out and use something totally different and then put it back up. He could.
He could do that.
I respect him.
He could figure out a way to splice it without at all.
Yeah.
Or I think the honorable way to do it would just simply be, hey, okay, I went too far. I'm going to rewrite it. And
he posted a community post about why he took it down.
Okay.
But he wanted, as soon as he took it down, he wanted to call me, so I knew straight from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I respected him for that, and I respect him for the decision.
Hell yeah. Well, you deserved it because you've been able to be on everything, man. You and Kurt both, like, you guys are up on it, and
I try to be.
I would be, but it's just, especially 10-hour days. Like, dude, I'm not. Mm-hmm. When I get home, I've debated a few times, and I'm like, I could throw clothes on, kind of like I'm still wearing my work pants right now because I got home 5 minutes before we went live.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've sat right here in just my shorts or boxers. I mean, you can't see from the waist down.
Ain't no lie, work pants.
I mean, I'm not today. I've got like tennis shoes on and everything.
Yeah. But so I switched a shirt because obviously I don't tell people where I work, but nonetheless, it's.
I got this from a smoke shop.
Oh yeah.
It says the same thing on the back.
I got this from somebody.
May. I actually have a hoodie supposed to be coming. One of the just Ambro hoodies.
Yeah.
So I want to get another one to wear and shit in the videos. That's not just me and her face. I love the hoodie. Don't get me wrong.
I gotta wear, even though I have probably more t-shirts than I have hoodies, because hoodies are like I wear maybe 3 or 4 on a rotation generally. I'm one of those people that has to, like, if I'm going to get a ridiculous number of things, I might as well keep it to t-shirts until I wear out some hoodies, because I have about 30 hoodies right now.
Our closet, over half of it's my hoodies. In fact, her half of the closet is only able to put her hoodies. Her stuff is in a dresser.
Because I don't generally wear shit out, and truthfully, I should throw some shit out or at least send it to the Goodwill or whatever, which
Yeah.
I need to find a better place to send it because Goodwill's not the
As long
one.
as your clothes are really good, in really good condition, sell them to Plato's Closet. You get money.
Could do that too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll always take extra money, but it's not like I necessarily need the money for clothes. But well, just because I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I picked Plato's Closet when there's like a more charitable option that I could do, which Goodwill would be one of those ones where I'm like, oh, it's a charitable option. But here's the problem. I know the structure of the business now. The CEO makes like, I'm just going to say over $1 million.
So it's like the preacher. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying a majority of their profits go there, but, or was it
like the
preacher? The CEO is a millionaire, but maybe it was like 400, maybe it was 700, but no matter what the fuck it was, a year.
Yep. That sounds like
within years, you are a fucking, So,
yep. That sounds like one of the COVID.
Yep.
That creepy looking man.
Well, it ain't even just that, dude. Like, actually, the fact that you use the name preacher, that's one of the reasons why I don't follow religion. And church, even though he's way more religious than I am, he doesn't follow religion either. I mean, he still follows the idea of Christianity anyways, but I don't even do that.
I believe in God. I believe Jesus did die for our sins. That's as far as it goes. Because I also believe in the Norse gods. I mean...
Yeah, see, I like the Norse gods. I do like them.
And I've got this compass tattooed right here because I need direction in my recovery.
Not that this is directly Norse, but that's a snake head. That's what the snake.
I got you. I've got I don't call it by its real name because I butcher it every time I do. So I call it my hammer. It's hanging in the bathroom. I only wear it when we're going to like a fancy thing.
The name of Thor's hammer, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Otherwise,
I know what it's called, but I murder it every time I try and say it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disrespect Thor any more than I already have.
Dude, the honest truth is, like, the more I think about it and the more I look around, like, the idea of the crows and Odin and all that stuff makes a lot more sense to me too.
See, my whole theory is some way, somehow, Odin and God are related. And Odin was like the bigger brother that protected him.
It's one of the things I liked about Supernatural, the show.
I've watched only a couple episodes.
Watch the whole series. You'll love it. I know you'll love it.
Okay.
Especially if you like the supernatural type stuff, like especially that church touches on and stuff. But the cool thing with Supernatural is how much it gets into. Like, they start pulling different deities, different this and that. And the really cool thing, and I'm not saying this is how it is, but I love how they basically act like it can all coexist. And okay, now this caused this problem, and this demon from this and this and that, and it's crazy. Like when you look at a big picture type thing of the whole series, it's.
I definitely don't have to look at that. Most definitely.
But I just what did I bring up the church thing? Deities, and I don't know. We were on something that we sidetracked from, and I had a point to that, but. I don't remember. Yep, same. I'm more of a, I leave it at I believe in God. If anything, if there's a title to it, it's agnostic, but it's just because if anything I was taught growing up as a Catholic, the idea of a God, we are not all knowing. God is. So how do we claim to know anything past that? That's kind of where I look at it. Oh, you said the priest. That's what it was. You said the priest, the dude, you were naming the priest, and that made me think of religion. And that's kind of like Goodwill. That's one of the reasons why I like I don't like the structure of like religion in general. Like,
Religion is
I can't
man-made.
speak for all of it, but a lot of what I've seen, especially within Christianity, you're
Man-made.
100% right. It's man-made. Yes, that's exactly what my belief is. But the amount of money and the specific fact that it's in a book that says 10%. Come on, bro. Like, let's get real here. That's tax before tax.
That right there is why I don't read that damn book.
That was literally tax before tax.
I don't read that book for that. And the main reason I don't read that book. How many times has that book been reprinted, rewrote? You don't know if that's actually the words. I mean, there's how much stuff on the computer you can see here and like copy and paste everything, but then go in and change just a couple of words, and you can do it mass. Like,
I don't know if Church caught the Emerald Tablets of Thoth from Joe Rogan or not, but it's funny that he talked about that because I just got done listening to the entire English recorded version of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth because of was it? Yeah, I think it was Cat Williams talking about it, and then there was some shit on Joe Rogan about it, and I was like,
see, I'm starting to think.
And I have an Egyptian friend that I met, that one of the friends that I talked to in true crime, and I'm not gonna. There's things I know about him, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the friend through true crime, I've also been able to bounce things off him because he's more knowledgeable because he comes from that region.
Yeah.
And like,
that's cool.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. Until the day that he actually allows me to say some of this stuff publicly, which I don't think that'll ever happen because I shouldn't even have been told the things that I got told.
Yeah.
We have a lot of shit wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to pyramids and this and that or some of the theory, like there's a reason why I believe in Graham Hancock so much. Because a lot of the shit that you're wrong. You don't have evidence for this. You don't have evidence for that. I have direct. And this dude has not watched Graham Hancock's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He knows of him, but that's it. There's shit he's confirmed that Graham Hancock doesn't even have hard evidence. And the archaeology community is like, oh, but you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Oh, it doesn't fit this. And I'm like, what's interesting is now I know that's real. And I trust him because like I'm really good friends with him.
This is how I started realizing we were lied to. I got it. That I randomly fell upon that. I randomly fell upon that.
Yeah, having untold history stuff, having all different types of things. I never thought I would be into history as much as I am now. Same. But like I'm getting a lot more fascinated with it. I like the Civil War a little bit as far as learning about it. Those times, I absolutely love medieval times. That is fascinating to me. Like any story, even fictional stories, like Game of Thrones and all that kind of stuff, Lord of the Rings. Those are all things for me because they fit into that medieval. I love Renaissance fairs, dude. I don't know if people want to call me nerdy or not.
Same.
But I literally follow dudes from the Renaissance on Instagram.
My brother and his wife.
Jacques the Whipper.
Not even an attempt to say that. My brother and his wife are actually this weekend going to the Gathering. It's a Norse pagan event.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's actually I think that's everything. Like the Magic the Gathering, I'm pretty sure was based off a lot of that stuff. Obviously it's a lot of fictional stuff mixed with it, but it was based off that. Yeah.
I have played that game once. I won it.
I have never.
It's fun.
The store in the Mall of America, because I'm from Wisconsin, so we went to the Mall of America a lot, like at least once a year. The store in the Mall of America, like the Magic store or whatever the fuck it was called, that's where I got all my Pokemon cards, right? I have a whole fucking book, like that goddamn thing. That's why when Church was doing all them unboxing videos, I'm like, bro, bring that shit back. I was watching intently to all that. I loved it.
I loved whenever he did them.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome because I was like, oh my God, dudes, and you can be country and be in the Pokemon. I love it.
Oh my God, that was loud.
Huh.
Oh my God.
What'd you do?
Here, we can see it together. That was loud as fuck.
Cuz.
Next.
Thank you, baby. Give me rub your belly.
And now, Creek Squad, happy birthday to the Backwoods Bandit, OG Baba.
That is fucking awesome.
Defending.
That is
He got
bad.
Bruce Buffer to say Creek Squad,
Dang.
motherfucker. Oh my
Dang.
God. Ah!
That is legendary as fuck.
Yo,
Oh my
screen record
God.
that shit. Oh my God. That is worth having in my fucking photo log for sure.
Right.
Oh my God. He had Bruce Buffer say Creek Squad, bro. Ah!
Oh my God.
And that motherfucker is not wearing any makeup or nothing. Like he is straight up like chilling at home.
Yep.
That is
I'm liking that picture
awesome.
behind him. That painting.
Yeah, that is actually a really dope painting. Reminds me of like Jackson Pollock style with a little bit more neon. Yeah. And I only say that because the photo editor I use on my phone to make my thumbnails, I can do Jackson Pollock and I can do neon, and some of the combos remind me of that color combo.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You ready?
And now, Creek Squad, let's wish a happy birthday to the Backwoods Bandit, OG Baba, the reigning, defending heavyweight champion of the game, Ryan Upshur.
That is fucking legendary.
Oh my God.
That is fucking
that has
legendary.
made my fucking week, bro. Oh my God.
I said that like 20 minutes ago.
I think that made my that very well might have made my day more than
in a minute.
That very made well made my week more than a fucking church album drop. And that's saying a lot, bro. That is saying a fucking lot for sure.
Oh my God, that was great. I'm gonna go screen record that when we get off live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on there and screen record it too. That's oh my God.
There's 2 more too.
I fell asleep last night watching Bryce Mitchell highlights. I woke up this morning. Yo, Bryce, what up, skin? And I wrote this Bryce Mitchell Jiu-Jitsu UFC bar. So check this out. It says, always smiling because they know this shit a rap. Crown made a bone to my skull so the king staying attached. Bad to the bone figure of speech that's literally no cap. Bryce Mitchell with a pencil bend a word to the whole character bone snap. Whole spine locked so the opponent can't even turn back. Woo!
Yeah, he's gonna get put in the set up a twister. Yep, no way.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's got that's tight.
Yo.
Bryce Mitchell, unbelievable. Steve. Sean Selby gets a textbook out.
Yep, he's known for that shit.
Dude just lost like 2 or 3 discs in his back.
No shit.
And I'm saying that as somebody who trains jiu-jitsu. I haven't trained in a couple of years, but I made it to blue belt, and I can tell you, like, I know enough about the game to know what that master was fucking doing. Woo! I couldn't do it.
Did you see where he done caught out Ben?
Who that?
Oh yeah.
I just can't wait to see Mike Tyson bite somebody's ear off again.
Oh, he need to do it. What is it? Logan, Jake, whichever one.
I think it's Jake. Pretty sure it's because Logan's not as much of a showboater as Jake is. Jake's the one that's been the main, even though Logan's good too. But nah, like, dude, what the fuck did he say? And I seen some shit from Mike. I don't know if you've seen, but he basically went murder Mike on us, and I was like, oh fuck.
Oh no, but I've seen it, but I haven't watched it. But there's 2 of these.
Like prunes, he rain.
Oh,
was
where's that? Oh, here it is.
I tell you right now.
I will
Fuck
say,
you, Ben Shapiro.
oh
be-
yeah,
Yeah, this yeah.
I tell you right now.
I seen that shit.
Fuck you, Ben Shapiro. I'll beat your ass. And look, if you mess with Candace Owens, I promise you, if you lay one little greasy finger on Candace Owens, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to roll up on you, shirts off. I'm going to have the twins with me. We're going to beat your ass because you mess with Candace Owens. We're going to be looking shirts off, me in the middle. We're going to look like a 6-foot tall Oreo coming at you, buddy. We're going to stomp your ass to the ground. Don't you?
He done said a 6-foot Oreo. Oh my God.
I guess I didn't follow him on here. I don't know where I seen him say that shit though. I seen him say some shit. I was just like, when I watched his fucking face, you could see the old Mike come back, and I was like, oh, you unleashed the demon. Uh-oh. Because Mike even said early on when he was chill as fuck, he's like, I don't want to become that person. I don't want to become that person. And then I seen him in that fucking speech, and I was like, oh, you done made him that person. you gonna make 50-year-old Mike do something he did in his 20s.
Well, he gonna make him relive his younger days.
Oh,
And I'm
Mike
here
going
for
to Mike's probably going to prison after this fight.
worth it. I cannot stand the Paul brothers. I can't.
Bruh,
I
I ain't gonna lie, if he shuts them down completely, and I was one that wouldn't even watch it. Like the first 3-4 fights I heard about, like when it was what's his no name fucking wash up, and then it was the next one that we knew a little better, and it got a little better, and I was still sitting there, I was like, nah, dude. And then when it was like, oh, Connor's gonna fight him, and I'm like, no, Connor is not going to fight him. No, he's not going to end his fucking reputation with that bullshit. There's no fucking way. And now it's been talked about so long that it wouldn't necessarily end his reputation if he did it. But like when I thought, didn't one of them fight Mayweather? No. I know there was talk of it. Was it Logan was going to fight him?
I think so.
But then again, Mayweather's one of those dudes that all he does, and I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, I just don't like his fight style.
Yeah.
Because that's why I don't watch boxing. I don't do defense.
I don't watch boxing.
Yeah. I don't do defense. And Mayweather's really good at it. He'll dance around that fucking ring for half the goddamn fight, and then, oh, you're tired. Okay, boom, you're done.
Let me just say this when it involves wrestling, fighting, and all that. So I was a Ronda Rousey fan.
I was too.
I was. Pardon me.
Now you hate her because she went WWE?
No.
Okay.
No. Quite the contrary.
Oh boy. The South in you is gonna come out, ain't it?
How can you call yourself the baddest bitch on the planet when you lost one fight in MMA and said, I want to kill myself?
Oof.
How in the fuck are you the baddest bitch? To me, that's the weakest bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And don't get me wrong, I have struggled with the mental health to that extent, but yeah,
same.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let me take that a step further. Okay? With my logic, let me take that a step further. You went from where you know it's not scripted and there's a chance, win or lose, like your real talent comes out. You go from that to scripted where you think, oh, I can make sure I win every fight. WWE said, no. You gonna lose.
I accused you of going full south, and I was wrong. You okay. Fair enough, because that is exactly what I would have said about WWE. I was like, come on. I mean, yes, they're all wrestlers, and yes, I do like a couple quote unquote former wrestlers, but
what the kids are getting me back into watching wrestling.
The Rock and who's the other majorly famous one now?
Fuck The Rock.
No, I
I
mean,
was all for The Rock until he wanted to start pulling the bullshit he's pulling, bringing the politics and the shit, and wanting to stand with fucking Oprah Winfrey.
yeah. See, I don't
Yeah,
pay attention to enough of the mainstream to
Yeah.
give a shit about that so much. Because
Yeah.
basically, if you're anywhere near his popularity, it's kind of like Tom Hanks and scoffing at what's his name, the Ricky Gervais when he's.
what's it? The thing with The Rock that
The
pisses
fuck
me
was
off.
that face? Was that just admitting that? Oh yeah, you're part of the dirty fucking bullshit in Hollywood. Like that
The
face
thing-
just said, "Oh, you're probably a child molester too."
Mm-hmm. That
Oh,
the
by the
thing
way,
with
we're not supposed to say that word on YouTube either.
the Rock. What pisses me off about The Rock? I used to like him. I liked him because he was against conforming. We the people, right? He was for the people. And then he leaves and goes to Hollywood.
When he was in WWE, yeah, that was part of his character.
No, I know that, but when he came in, they debuted him as that, like he was going against the system, and then he leaves and goes to Hollywood. And yeah, I know other wrestlers left and went to Hollywood and came back, but they didn't do what The Rock did. The Rock brought the fucking Hollywood back. He didn't leave Hollywood in Hollywood. He brought it back to fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
No, those are separate.
I don't mind if you show up on the big screen, but I hate people that think they have a soapbox. And at first, the justification was, okay, now they became popular, so now they can speak on something. But it's like, yeah, that was great until it became, now we're part of the brainwashing. And that's where my issue is.
Not to mention, the whole like, I stopped watching wrestling when the PG era hit. Not even going to play. I like the Attitude Era because, okay, we turned wrestling on for what? To see people wrestle, to see them fight, not to see them blow kisses at each other.
That probably started when they stopped getting to use razor blades.
That is when they went PG. And
wrestlers, when the amount of fucking kids in my elementary school, and I'd be like, you know, them dudes are cutting their own eyebrows, right? And I was like, why do you think
Flair was right here?
They're sitting down here, like going, oh, for like 5 minutes. He's sitting here slitting his freaking eyebrow. Like, come on, dude. It's like it's the worst fucking acting you've ever seen, huh?
But it was entertaining as hell, especially with Shane McMahon. And his risky ass, let me jump off the fucking cage. Let me jump off the entrance. Like, that shit was entertaining as fuck. And I get why he done it.
I can't understand why they ever came up with the world's strongest mattress as a fucking ring. Like, that motherfucker. Boom!
Oh, but how about the
let's go to the moon, motherfucker.
How about the damn storylines where they break the damn ring? Like having the Big Show go up off the top rope and bam, and there goes the ring. Boom.
Yeah. Or the amount of times dudes get hit with chairs. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I do believe the stories about people getting hurt because it didn't quite go exactly as planned.
Oh yeah.
Because acting is acting. I mean, shit can still go wrong. But the hitting some dude with a chair, and I'm just like, we all know that's bullshit. We all know somebody used a hacksaw on the fucking chair before you started.
Well, the chair, the hinge, like the thing that makes the chair fold, they're broke, so it actually goes flat.
Yeah.
And there's not that little and then the trash cans. The trash cans are like a fucking aluminum can.
Yeah, but when you used to see where they would literally bend over the top.
Oh yeah.
It was hacksaw.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to cut a chair.
No. It's not.
But it was always too much of a show for me. There's some dudes I like that were formerly in that, but I can't. But I understand why you wouldn't like the politics. I just don't pay attention. I don't have cable, so I don't see 90.
Well, with wrestling, they had the politics was a part of it. You had Triple H and all them that was confining and going with the organization and with the business, and you had Steve Austin and The Rock.
See, I like Steve Austin as a person too.
Oh yes.
At least when he's talking, I don't know his opinions, but like when he's just talking BS and shit like that, like he's pretty fucking dope.
Be careful.
Ric Flair is one of those dudes that
love you. Be careful.
You straight up know Ric Flair fucking.
I didn't know
so much coke.
I didn't know he was
So
from
much.
North Carolina until just recently. Not even shitting you.
Wow. So now Ambro's late in her finding out.
I didn't
She's
like
going,
Rick.
now she's going woo everywhere she goes.
No, I did not like Ric Flair. I still don't like Ric Flair. And his damn daughter needs to come up with fucking moves of her own. Her entire fucking act is just Ric Flair. Like, God almighty, Charlotte, come up with your own shit.
That's funny.
Every
Oh,
time I've seen her step in the ring here lately, she goes straight into the same shit that he did, the whoop pow. And she even does the damn dance that he does. And I'm like, okay, look, Shane McMahon at least got out from under his fucking dad. Can we not, do our own thing?
Right. So I wanted to change topics real quick and then we'll wrap up. So I noticed your hat. You're wearing the Upchurch Show hat. Or I won't say that we necessarily have to wrap up right after the hats, but we'll start wrapping up. Did you notice what hat I'm wearing?
I can't tell what
it's not just a really shitty camo hat. And I'm not dissing the dude that got this hat. It's a pre-made hat.
Whose is it?
Taylor Ray Holbrook.
Oh,
This is the first one I ever bought.
I like Taylor Ray. I don't knock him. One of
I have both these. This is
that's that Diesel Gang. Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I was about to say
no,
that's Blue Jeans.
no,
what the hell you got Diesel Gang?
No, before you give me too much shit.
What?
I have two.
Diesel Gang?
Shirt. Nope, two shirts.
Well, I mean, I can't say nothing. I didn't get a hat, but I did get Christmas presents for people.
No, actually, I got 3. I lied. I have 3. 2 are signed by her.
I mean, she signed them.
Yep, she used to sign them all the time. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That was well, and when I bought all that shit, it was all when she was with church.
I mean,
100%. I mean, I showed you all the shit I had on the photos and shit, like legit ripping shit from Facebook. Like,
I mean, straight up, I was here. I was loving the fact that she's presenting and claiming and showing that she's a lesbian, right? And from North Carolina. Lesbian, North Carolina. So I'm like, fuck yes. And she's killing it in this genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard her shit since she got away from the dude that could help her with lyrics?
No, I didn't, and I don't care to. Here's why.
Dog Beers. You haven't heard a little bit of that?
Oh no,
I haven't heard a little bit of what was the other one? Oh, I reacted to Church reacting to the one where she named 3 different fucking states. Yeah,
Southern.
Dude, that's one of my highest vlog reviews from Church ever. I have over 1,000 fucking views on that video because I took the picture where he circles his fucking knuckles and I made it part of the thumbnail. And then I have her fucking thumbnail. It was perfect. I actually was really, really fucking.
I'm gonna go look at it in a minute.
But then I had her thumbnail of her video, and it's Church's reaction to it, and me reacting to Church's reaction. Oh, it's just nothing but shit talking to her, and then that was the last one I've ever done.
Yeah, like
because I was debating still reacting to her because she was the first one that like I felt fucked over by it, and I was like, that was the first time I had to go, I don't know if I'm still gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, see, the first church show I ever went to, she was supposed to be there in Knoxville with him. And then she pulled that stupid shit. And
that's when Carly Rogers.
That's when I was there for that. He refused. The first night, he refused to sing the song. He said he understands we all love it, but he wasn't gonna do it. Well, then the next night came, and because everybody made such an uproar about it, he said, all right, I'm going to perform it because y'all love it. Carly, honey, will you come help me with this? So she come running from the merch. Ironically, I had just went and got my phone signed with her. But, yeah, I went, sat down. She comes up on stage. They sang it. But I was supposed to see her. I was going to the show for him and her because I was just as big of a Church fan. I was a Katie fan, and then that shit happened.
Especially
and
since she was the country rap king and queen, and
Mhm.
you know, even if she was with church, like none of us thought she gave up the lesbian. We just thought she was bi, which I still think she's bi. I
Same.
think she's. I don't know where she's at now.
This
I
is
haven't
the-
watched her since, but at least the last time I had watched her, what I seen, and this is no disrespect to anybody in general, because I do have lesbian friends outside of just being friends with you and stuff. I think she's extremely confused. My uncle was one of those people. My uncle claims to be bi. He's married to my other uncle now. But nonetheless, like, and I've talked to my dad about this too. And my dad's kind of said some things. So I'm like, you know, I do believe you can be bi. And honestly, I've really strongly leveled to this. This is the other thing that people who aren't as comfortable with the topic don't think about the psychology of it enough. I think pretty much every person that's bi definitely leans more preferred one way or the other.
Yeah.
Not that means they like the other side any less, just they prefer one thing.
Well, that's like before, like growing up, figuring out who I am. You could say I was bi because I was with girls. I was saying I was a lesbian, but I was with girls and guys. When I say I was with guys, it was always my, listen closely what I'm fitting to say. It was always my best friend and we were drunk. Who's always with her?
Yeah.
I can tell you right here and now, she is bi and she's confused because she does have feelings for Kiefer, but she doesn't know how to admit it because that is her best friend.
Yeah.
Not realizing
Yeah,
that's why the feelings are there.
And see, and that's the thing, and that's what you understand without saying it right now. And I feel this connection on how we're thinking right now. It's not just what everybody said. The people who are uncomfortable that don't want to talk about this, that are like straight and oh my God, you know, it goes past the sex.
It does.
It's the psychological connection, and there's a different type of chemistry and how it meshes. And
yep, looks like perfect example. Me, okay. My name obviously Ambro. My name is Amber, but since
you were a
high
tomboy
school,
growing up, like that was
Since
straight
high
up. I
school.
had plenty of tomboy friends.
Since high school, my nickname has been Ambro because I've been one of the boys, one of the bros, one of the men.
Without interrupting you too much, after making that comment, I also have to say this. That's not saying every tomboy is bi or lesbian.
No. Oh God, no. But like just with me, like I'm a lesbian. I get along better with guys than I do girls. I don't know why that is. I say to my wife what I feel like it is. I have half of a male brain. Like I believe in past lives. I swear by God, in a past life, I was a man. Because I literally think somewhat like a man does. And I'm not meaning like sexual. No, like the way I live my life, the way I do things, the things that interest me.
Let's not lie
all
though.
men related.
Hang on. Let's not lie though. Titties. You said it's not sexual, and I said let's not lie though. Titties. Because we laughed about that for like 10 minutes. Yeah, she goes up in a video. She says titties.
Now listen, yes, some sexual, but I mean like in general. I think like a man.
I know what you were saying. I just had to make it comical.
And I mean, I get that's the one thing I have in common with men too. There's always something me and a man can talk about. Titties. They're comfortable. They're amazing. They're amazing pillows. They're so soft.
I was gonna say you can't forget the pillows.
I have one every night when I go to bed. I mean, I have two, but my head's on one. My hand's on the other. Yep.
Oh shit. But anyway, so I think we covered. Yeah, we wrapped that part of it. But I want to, and this is what I was going to circle back and close with. When we brought up Katie Noel, here's and this even it takes Katie Noel current topic and it also wraps it back to when I was talking about the country rap world, the Adam Calhoun, the even if we bring in Mises, whatever. the structure I'm starting to realize, and I don't know if I sent you, I know I wanted to, but I don't know if I sent you a voice memo saying this. The structure I'm starting to realize is, how did church meet Katie Noel?
At a show.
Who was the introducing factor?
I think she was at a meet and greet after the show.
She
That's
did a
the
song with
story.
ACAL.
Hmm?
She did a song with ACAL before she ever was around church.
She did.
It's all the same thing.
Well, see, my whole theory on the whole country rap scene, and
now this is purely a theory. It's not hard,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to see shit connect in my head, and it's really upsetting me.
Mhm.
I'm not. Again, I still might react to ACAL, but I'm not
Yeah.
putting the same emphasis on it.
Oh hell no!
It's just. I'm peace, and my brain's broken, and this is why I need to catch up on more church videos and
Yeah.
stuff. And this isn't just a dick riding church and everything church is gospel
No,
and all
you
that
need
kind
to
of shit.
get caught up.
No, there's just a certain amount of shit that he can, when he starts to talk about it. And that's why I think Trey should also write the diss again and just leave the portion
Margie's
that was
name out of it.
Yeah. Leave it out of it, because I do have a lot of respect for Margie. And I used to, not that I have any less respect for Margie. It's just I used to really look to them and all like, God, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy she's able to make him this way and everything. And now I feel a lot of played, not from her, but a lot of played. Yeah. And it's just,
well, that's like,
and then to think of the Katie Noel thing, and it's like,
well, see, my whole thing with Adam, and I've wondered this. This isn't to start shit or speculate anything. It's a question I've had since I seen this.
We are listeners of music. Both of us react as simple listeners of music, and
we don't do the drama.
We're speaking to as what we like watching. We like watching church vlogs. We like following along with his life, not because it's celebrity news, but like we feel connected to this person.
We can relate.
I felt connected to ACAL to an extent. Yeah. It was a little different, not as connected as church, but there were things that I admired about ACAL.
Same here.
You know, and I still kind of do. I'm really conflicted right now with all this. But
yeah, I don't admire anything. He lost a shit ton of respect when he said fuck his fans. See, you got to get caught up.
Yeah.
I
know.
I know.
And
look, I don't want to
still hard to swallow.
I don't want to
I know.
Because there was a lot of controversy around this, but I was sitting there watching it live, and
I also feel like it's a little bit of. Did I tell you that when we talked about that?
I think so.
The overstimulation.
Mm-hmm.
So my anger issue really touches on overstimulation. I think that's part of how I can relate to him on that. But at the same time, like I also respect the hell out of the stand your ground type shit. He probably goes way too far, like fighting fucking, what was a haystack in the middle of a fucking street or something? Not a haystack.
Not just that.
Fight in the middle of the street.
Not just
Chicago.
that. It was either Nashville or Haystack. It was one of the two.
It was in Nashville, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, Nashville.
No, I know, but it was in Nashville, not Chicago, like I said, yeah?
Yeah, it was in Nashville. Downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
But it's like with Adam, like, I want to be able to respect him. I do.
And to be honest, like, I honestly like the Hoosier thing, too. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, he might have done Hoosier dirty or whatever here or there, but let's be honest, like, you've listened to Hoosier's music, right?
Not in years, no.
Okay, well, yeah, that's probably similar, but nonetheless, he was trash.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to an extent, I'm still on that side of supporting ACAL. Like, he wasn't wrong to, like, throw that dude to the side, but I don't know how he did him dirty or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, with ACAL, I want to give him respect, but I can't. I sat and watched the shit go down. And I don't care what anyone says. Alpha Tyler was sitting there on the live and literally said, "You've got fans in the chat too." That's word for word what he said. And the very next thing Adam said was, "I don't give a fuck about that chat. Fuck that chat." And then Alpha Tyler sitting there going back and forth with people in the comments saying, "You're twisting what Adam said." No one twisted anything. That's verbatim, direct, word for word. Can quote it. What Adam said. He said, "Fuck it."
And that's where I'm talking the overstimulation. I'm not defending him. I'm just
Well, not
saying,
just that.
understanding how it goes. But
It's
that's
more than that. It's
it's
more
just
than that.
like spiral, and it's like, okay, how do I bring this back? Like, this is running away from me, and now that's only making me more mad. So I'm saying more stupid shit, and yeah.
Well, that's not the main reason why I refuse to react to him. It's literally because regardless if a song is a diss or not, if someone's opinion over the song is right or wrong, whether they're stirring the pot, starting shit, it doesn't matter. It's their opinion. To sit there and now 3 different people, he has went and called for physical violence over their opinion. No. Now I've got it in the back of my head. If I even utter that there is an Adam Calhoun, it's a diss, I've got Adam coming at me now. And that's something as a reaction channel I don't want to have in the back of my head for an artist. I shouldn't have to sit here and explain myself. If my opinion is wrong, that's one thing. If I stay with my wrong opinion, let me sit in my wrong opinion. Don't threaten physical violence over me. I mean, he raps and portrays himself to be fighting that exact thing with our government, but doing it to us. That's hypocrisy. And I'm not for that. I get it. I mean, that's not just him. Any artist that does it, I will not fucking react to him. I don't bring negative. If my opinion is your song is a diss, that is a humble, honest fucking opinion. It's not stirring the pot. It's not starting shit. It's how I feel about the song.
And of that statement, the big thing that I can agree with on that is even like the Tom McDonald disses and stuff. And I think we talked about this while it was happening and I was reacting to it. I'm just like, I want to follow this. I'm entertained by this. It's something that I feel needs to be put up on my channel, but at the same time, like something about this, and it goes to the negativity, like something about this just don't feel right, man.
To me, there is no more 4 horsemen, and there hasn't been for a while. There is no more 4 horsemen of country rap. 3 of the 4 horsemen, Jelly, Struggle, Denim, no, not Denim, Jelly, Struggle, Adam, and Church were the 4 horsemen of country rap.
There's after Church showed Jelly, and mind you, I'm not saying I'm totally writing off Jelly, but he's definitely a mainstream artist as far as I'm concerned.
Do you want me to tell you what solidifies that? Who performs at the Ball Drop in New York City?
Yeah.
Only
when he got the Grand Ole Opry, I questioned it.
Well, see, not just that.
And then when it went further, then I knew it. But when you're dressing up in bedazzled fucking country boy clothes, which borderline couldn't even be called fucking country clothes, like country boy clothes. I mean, they're damn near country girl clothes. Like, goddamn.
He's a rapper that can sing. Yeah. Hello, have we forgot Facebook Facebook, MySpace? And I didn't even know Jelly on MySpace. My wife did.
I'll say this. I always thought Struggle was more country than Jelly was, for sure. Not that it's a competition of country, it's just a description thing. But like, and there's a lot of dudes that, well, I even react to Burden, but Burden's not out there trying to tell everybody that he's country. He's straight up like, yeah, he does music and he tells you about a story, which happens to be prison and addiction issues and everything else. He's straight up. And I think that's why I've never really, I mean, I might not react to him as much as I should, but that's one of the reasons why I don't feel like weird reacting to it. When you got like Jelly Rolls, oh, I'm country rap. And I'm like, you're more rapping about like your prison time and rapping about the, like,
that's not country.
If you would stick to and say what you are as what you actually are, then I'd be cool. You know, identify yourself off of what you're doing.
Authenticity.
Yes.
But going off all this, 3 of the 4 horsemen have confined, and no one of the 4 horsemen signed on that dotted line. And I don't give a fuck about a partnership. There is no creative control. I noticed the change in that on his Instagram right after he signed. Like, that he doesn't have creative control. He don't.
So what do you think Jelly is in?
He's a mainstream artist.
No. I get that on the talk, but who do you think he's signed to?
That I don't know. I know he has a partnership. He signed a
So
partnership.
pretty much
the same-
everybody seems to be all of them dudes, and I'm talking from the copyright end of it.
Yeah.
All of them dudes pretty much seem to be going through 1 RPM.
Yeah. It's the same. The partnership thing is the same thing that Chase Matthew
But
went through.
no.
Not the same thing. Not the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chase Matthews straight up fucking signed a Big Machine.
No, it was a partnership though. The same technically thing Jelly Roll signed.
Okay.
He didn't sign an actual contract. He signed a partnership.
Because we are in the process of wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
we can play more of this, and I do want to do another live when I have an actual free day, so we can like spend hours just going back and forth on a lot of this shit.
I won't be here next weekend.
Well, whenever it is, sometime this summer, at some point, but sooner than later. So, and hopefully before I move, honestly, which is June 8th, because once I start setting up the new one, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get settled.
Okay.
But anyway, this is why I value Vic. This is where Vic's knowledge came in. Vic is the one, and this is why I sound like I'm defending, because I'm going off of things that I don't want to overstep and say he's signed to a label, because Vic was very specific on this and how there's intricacies to shit, and it's a distro deal. There's a difference between signing to a label who owns all of your music and signing to distro, which I don't know enough about. Maybe you know more about it. But this is where he was explaining things I didn't know. Distro is like how you get your stuff, kind of like what's that one that a lot of independents uses, like DistroKid or some shit. We'll see sometimes like some DistroKid shit.
He is signed.
Did you find it on their website, or did you find it on Wikipedia?
No, I just looked right here. All you got to do is type in Jelly Roll label.
I did before, and I couldn't find shit.
Jelly Roll label, BBR Music Group, Stony Creek Records, Slum American. You click on BBR Music Group.
Oh, he signed to Slum American? That's fine.
I don't think he is anymore. I think that was
is that the one he used to be? Okay.
I think that was a past label before he signed.
Yeah, but you're probably looking at Wikipedia markings. Because if it shows up in the search engine usually pulls from Wikipedia. When they show you that summary, they're pulling from Wikipedia. Okay, so when I go on DuckDuckGo, they pull his Wikipedia first. Which that's the other thing you got to be careful with, is Google does a lot of shady shit.
Oh, I know.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of paid advertisement. Good old fucking mainstream shit. I don't want to type Jelly Roll label, god damn it, because as soon as you do that, you find
well, there's an easy way to do it.
BBR. Okay, no, hang on. I already done. He's on BBR's website. Let's see what it says.
Oh, I just went to. Oh, wait, hold on. That was from 3 years ago.
BBR's website has a bio for him, so give me a second.
2 days ago. Okay.
That's the label. Released. Okay, never mind. Witzel Chapel's on BBR, so he is 100%. Like as of 2023, that was a label released album.
So he's
BBR, and they say BBR Music Group, but BMG is Big Machine.
Yeah, it's a sister label.
Yeah,
like
so when you were saying it was just like Chase Matthew, then yes, it is just like Chase Matthew, because Chase Matthew did sign directly to Big Machine
with a partnership.
Wow, whatever. However they want to name the ins and outs.
Jelly Roll made a comment about the partnership is the new way because of full creative control. No. What creative control have I seen since Jelly Roll signed on that dotted line? I haven't seen the first creative control.
The only thing.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
The only way there is to know, and this isn't some news article, this isn't nothing. The only way we can know anything is to see the exact contract that somebody signs. That's the only way. And I don't think that's ever publicly released.
That's never going to be released. But my thing is, before he signed, Do you see him doing a commercial going, my face tattoos, they're ugly. Where did they come from? Prior to signing. Do you see him ever doing anything like that? Now, look, he signed and look at one of the Super Bowl commercials. He's standing in front of a mirror looking at his face like he doesn't understand where, when, or how the face tattoos appeared.
And Struggle wants to follow in that path? Like that
So does Adam. That's what I was getting at.
See, but hang on though. Your other friend that we both know.
Who?
There's only one other friend that we both know that you talk to. Ma'am. Anyway, it's not that the whole point was I was gonna say something that I don't want to say came out of her mouth. But I'll bring it up privately. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't want to put it out.
Oh, because she was doing that whole exposing thing.
Yes.
That
and
was
now
crazy.
I got distracted by that because
that was crazy. The information I was finding is crazy. Sony pretty much owns every motherfucking thing.
Yeah, Sony owns Warner Brother.
Sony owns everything. Music, TV, everything.
Yeah, that's what bothered me is when I found out Warner Brothers. First, it started with the music end of things.
Mm-hmm.
But Warner Brothers and Universal, both of which have the TV side of things.
Yep.
Are on the music end, both owned by Sony. So that would probably mean on the video end. Not that it has to mean that, but chances are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro.
That's
which then begs the question: are Disney and Sony separate companies?
Probably not.
Because
Disney
owns ABC and everything else.
Do you want me to show you why I say that?
I'm curious.
Oh, I got to figure out how to spell this motherfucker's name.
And be careful how much shit you say on live, by the way. I don't care. I truly do not care, but I don't want you putting targets on your back because I can't protect you.
Give a damn.
I understand that. I don't give a fuck what I say because good luck.
This shit needs to be known. Oh, really?
Well, right. But I mean, like, this is it. The shit Jesse was getting into, and this is why I was covering it. The shit Jesse's getting into is the kind of shit that makes people disappear.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. There you go.
What am I
Keep
looking
that.
at? Keep what?
Okay, these two images. See the Nickelodeon symbol? Now look at Epstein Island.
Oh, that's Epstein Island?
Yes,
Damn.
that's Epstein Island. Look at the little...
That's trippy, and it's not just because it's a... Look
out here. See the little island out here? Look.
Yeah. No,
it's
I see
Epstein
it.
Island. So, yeah, Disney and Nickelodeon were involved in that shit.
Hang on. I'm going to tell you what the first thing I would do. And I'm not saying it's not true because it just definitely does look like it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that shit up on GPS and I'm going to look at the outline and then see if at the actual angle it looks like that. Or if it's just they shot Epstein Island at a perfect angle. So now it looks more like that. You know what I mean? People do photo manipulation and shit.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hold on. I got you there.
But I'm not, where are you? 20 minutes past 8, woman. I gotta fucking work in the morning.
I'm probably not even gonna be able to fucking find it because I can never find that goddamn island.
Yeah.
No, it really does though. I went and looked it up on my Google Earth or on my Google on the map, like on your phone. Yeah. And you gotta. Yes, you've got to turn a little bit, like looking over the aerial view over the island. You do got to kind of turn your phone a little bit, but it's legit the same fucking symbol. Yeah. Like that's
and
scary.
It's not like they're not stretching that photo or anything.
And keep in mind what came out about Disney cruise trips and going to that island.
Oh yeah.
So it's all connected, all of it.
No, I mean I regardless.
And
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney had connections, but it's just like certain things. And, the other thing that gets me is like the amount of people that like once they want to believe or once they find out there's this connection or that connection, they're like, see, they were showing us the whole time. And I'm like, okay, some criminals are dumb, but when they're really rich like that, they're not that dumb. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying that applies to this direct thing.
I mean, you can argue that though, because they have that money, they think they're safe, so they do the dumb.
Yeah, but why would you? When you can brainwash the entire population, you have the control. Why would you even give hints?
True.
You know what I mean? So it could go any number of ways. And that's but anyway.
All the shit we watched growing up. Oh my, I feel for all them kids.
Like the current kid coming up?
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No,
do you have what was it on Max?
Are you talking about like a bunch of the subliminals and all this different?
No, the shit that's coming out. Like Drake Bell,
yeah. No,
Amanda
I
Bynes.
understand. Yeah. Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you know the bigger girl on all that.
Okay.
I don't mean to be derogatory. The fatter girl.
Yeah.
She has came out with her story now, and it is not good. She was tied to a fucking bed.
I mean, I hate to like on live look like I'm not surprised, but I'm not surprised.
I mean, yeah.
Harvey Weinstein didn't surprise me.
Right? How about what's Epstein?
Epstein does not surprise me. Again, and this is the thing that I'm telling you. Like,
you done got her to come over here.
You realize I have okay, I'm private sometime we'll go over this because I haven't figured out a way to present this live, but I have all the documentation on Epstein. All of it. And I've said this publicly multiple times. I have an entire fucking hard drive of shit.
Oh my god!
Like
she's over here going, "You don't need it. You don't need it." By the way, when she popped in, she said that you were a vibe.
Appreciate you.
You're letting demons. Oh god, demons are getting let out. The puppies. So get ready for loudness.
But we'll wrap up quick. But yeah, anyway, I can show you stuff privately, and I'm not saying I won't show it publicly, but I've been so no. I'm going to eventually. I don't know how I'm going to. Not that I'm worried about like whatever. I just with YouTube, with how low my views are, when I present it, I want it to perform. Not because I want the views in like I don't want to make money. I may, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I want it to perform because I want people to see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Anyway, the whole point is, and I don't want to be the boy who cried wolf showing it 300 times on a fucking live just to get it out there. Like I want to have a good video of it. So yeah, I'll show you privately sometime. But no, what I wanted to say on top of saying that I wanted to have you live again, like this is why like I've wanted to have you on. I wanted to do kind of like a little interview thing, which we covered a little bit, but of course we squirrel brain real fucking quick on 100 different things, which is cool. But you know, nonetheless, I think in general, us collabing or even just doing fucking bullshit sessions, which I think for both of the performances of our channels, we should probably be smart on like pick a time frame. Like, hey, we're gonna do 5 to 8 or something. Otherwise, you and I would probably spend 7 hours on a fucking live, and neither one of us would get any editing or anything done.
Yeah. Like me and Roland Church that one morning. You know? We started and I looked down and we were live for 5.5 fucking hours. And I was like, oh my God.
Which don't get me wrong, that's fine. But at a certain point, you do lose some people. But at the same time, more lives, more views. Whatever, you know,
well, it's like I've had people ask me to start going live every week because I've made a thing with my lives. There's no drama because I don't want it to be drama. There's so much drama going on YouTube right now. So much to the point I'm calling it the boob tube because it seems like everybody's trying to suck a titty for some damn breast milk. But I want my lives to be a place where people come and can laugh, have a good time, talk to people, be nice. And if somebody does come in starting drama, I'll say it and I don't give a fuck. They're getting hidden and kicked from the damn channel because I don't got time for that. I'm trying to help raise 4 kids, not raise them online.
So the way I look at it, and I haven't had too much drama in my lives. I've controlled it in other lives as a moderator and whatnot. But I'm a dick. I challenge people. I'm like, go ahead. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like, you're not going to take over the show. Mr. Burgles, a fucking random, I don't know where the fuck he came from, goddamn troll, that apparently somebody else in true crime had come across and actually liked him and thought he was cute, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bruh, I will shut you down like that. And he started lighting up the whole chat, and I was like,
bye-bye. Ain't got time
guess
for it.
what,
Bye-bye.
motherfucker? Not only do I know how to do it, but said friend, you don't see him, but he's watching. And he's a very, very, very good mod. There's a reason why I say my favorite mod. Like, he's not around all the time anymore, but yeah, dude,
baby.
Oh, that was hilarious. Dude posted videos too and thought, that's so cute.
Oh, we're falling. Come here, babies. Come here. Oh, my baby girl. This my Creaker.
Aww. Too cute.
She's a girl, but her name's Creaker.
Fuck it. Universal.
She was my wife's dog. And she... Oh, no! Bye!
That's what happens when you let puppies out. Hey, in case you are wondering, you know StreamYard has a setting that you can blur your background.
Oh, I know.
Can you I'm
about to go do that right now.
I was going to say, like, literally, even if the puppies knock it over, it wouldn't matter.
I got
it. What? Yeah, I told you. Because watch. I can go like this.
I'm going to do it again.
Say goodbye to my background. It's done. It looks like shit, but it works.
Yeah, I forgot how to do it.
Just go to your settings, virtual background.
Virtual.
Settings, then virtual background.
I'm there. Oh my God, she's laying on the green screen. Hold on. Get off the green screen, baby. Get off the green screen.
See, I can have my mountain too. Matter of fact, this mountain I took the picture of.
Just sit this shit over there. Just sit it over there. Oh my.
We're going to wrap up in a second here anyway, so.
Okay, but see, I have a green screen. See our green screen guide. Fade. Oh.
Go to settings.
I'm on settings.
Virtual background. Don't click I have a green screen. You have virtual backgrounds that says none, blur, bricks, whatever.
Got you.
Yeah. See?
There we go.
There you go. Now you can't really tell what the fuck's behind you.
I mean, it's a clean house.
This is actually a picture I took myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's on top of one of the 14ers here. One of the mountains. But, yeah, so...
Oh, no, yeah, I don't like that.
As far as doing lives and everything else, like, straight up, that's... like how we can BS about a lot of the exposure shit. We can do everything else. Like, I don't care what the topic is. I think you and I collabing because of how well we get along works really well. Yeah. Again, like I said, we have to kind of, we should be smart. Oh, yeah. If we want to do a 5-hour, fine, but plan it.
We got to plan that shit ahead.
Yeah, just so we don't, you know, all of a sudden we were supposed to get this done or that done and we didn't fucking do it. For the both of us,
we get along so well too because we both know that we can agree to disagree, and we do. Yeah. We agree. Yeah. We disagree on quite a bit, but within 5 seconds, the conversation is different.
Yeah, it ain't that big of a deal. And I also like the way our chemistry is. Like when there's shit that I know I don't agree with you on, I'll even state it and say, I understand like how you see this. I make the effort to communicate about it like that and the difference, and it's all good. We move on. But yeah, like the record labels, all that. And that's actually like, now that we fine tune the Jelly Roll thing,
I'm listening.
I kind of want to dig more into that shit, man. I really do. Like it. Vic, my boy, like, goddamn.
Oh my god, he's getting huge.
I fucking said that shit to Vic. I was like, I don't know, man, and I want you to teach me, and I still want him to teach me, but I'm just like, now we have like hard evidence right in front of us. Like, how can you say, you know? Like, and granted, he said, like, he's been in the room when these contracts are signed. Like, he knows what the label contracts look like. But it's just, I don't know, man. I
Ow.
don't agree with it.
I just got a nail to the throat.
I seen.
He's huge. He's getting so huge. He is Malamute and Husky.
Ooh. That's
And
a pretty mix.
She's what, Jack Russell and Husky?
You realize that Malamute's gonna get big as fuck.
Jack Russell and German Shepherd.
My bad. Creaker is Jack Russell and German Shepherd. Dobby, the white one that I just had.
We have Coyote. We have Coyote Malamute. We have a Boxer Pit, a Jack Russell Husky, Malamute Collie, a Chihuahua Pomeranian, two Coyote Malamutes, my bad.
Yeah, he's got Coyote in him too.
His mama's the Coyote.
Yeah, his mom's a Coyote. She's in the boys' room. She don't like the puppies, including her own son.
That's because she's a puppy herself.
I know. She was a puppy. She wasn't even a year old. This is her service dog, Echo.
Yo. BF.
That's her.
Her BFF, the one we were talking about earlier, just followed me and she got off Instagram. So she's got a private account now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got a new oh, never mind. Not private. Just not posted on. 2,000 fucking 600 followers. I mean, I guess I know she's a little mispopular, so she could have that many personal friends.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, the one she just showed, that's Echo. That's her service baby.
Yeah.
He's the Boxer Pit. For him to be a boxer, boxers are supposed to be dumb. He is not dumb at all. Like, I knew he was her service dog before he even knew it because she had woke me up. She was at the foot of the bed. She goes to the foot of the bed and puts her hands on it and then backs into the wall. And once her back hit the wall, she slid down. He was on the other side of the bedroom door, like out of our bedroom, was laying down, seen it, got up and ran to her. He was at her before she hit the floor. And it's like that. Anytime she starts feeling something medical go wrong, he is right there.
Damn.
And he's not even a year old. He is a damn good service dog already.
Fuck yeah.
He is, and he gets his first beach trip next weekend. I'm excited to see how he's going to be on the beach and on that sand.
Have you met JJ?
JJ.
The one that I was just talking about.
I know two different JJs though. Hold on. Private. The private chat on here.
Oh yeah, I got you. No. Obviously the second one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
See, that's something people don't realize.
No,
I was a part of Jesse's team.
You know what's funny? Is like I'm probably one of the very few guys that follows her. That like legit, we were going back and forth, like liking each other's posts and all that kind of. And most people, oh my god, you two get nah, dude, like we're just that good of friends. Like,
yeah,
I could give a fuck about her other page. Like that doesn't even bother me.
Me neither. That's my big sister.
Yeah,
for
she's
real.
Dope, dude. Like especially for what I usually view that kind of shit for. Like what I see it at, like I'm not a big fan of that. Like I don't understand the whole purpose of it.
I'll let you
But
know something.
she's pretty dope for a girl that does that shit.
I'll let you know something though. That's going to be happening. Don't know when, but it's going to.
Hmm.
Her name's getting added.
Oh, on the
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
That was
That's
set in
fucking
stone
dope.
about a month ago. Because like we don't talk all the time because obviously she's a mom. She has stuff she does. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have shit I do. So we don't contact each other all the time, but we make sure at least once a week or once a month to call and check in and make sure we're okay.
Dude, this little circle here, like what we're talking about,
Mhm.
that's the kind of, and I'm sorry for anybody that's watching that's like, what the fuck? But that's where, and this isn't the first time music has been like, oh my God, such a small world. Like, dude, that's just
Mhm.
like when I went to Vegas, I met one of the fucking crew guys for Taking Back Sunday. Yeah. The fucking guitarist that's old as shit now. Yeah, I met his fucking crew lead.
Okay, I may be the ocean
I
over you
drove
right now.
I drove him back to the fucking casino hotel before I went back to my hotel.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely the ocean over you right now. I'm that salty. I won't lie. I won't lie.
Not
See,
gonna
look,
not gonna lie, I never thought I was that big of a TBS fan. I really didn't, and I would have never called him TBS. I had like 3 or 4 songs that when I listened to it, I was like, oh yeah, I know this. I
Look.
listened on that 14-hour fucking drive back here. I listened to TBS probably multiple times on repeat nice. Fucking awesome. Dude, he legit, I'm not even kidding you. This
I wear it every day.
motherfucker, if I wasn't short as fuck on money, he comes from LA. Like straight up, this is a normal jump for them. They don't
Yeah,
fuck.
money's nothing to them. It's
Yeah.
fucking paper.
This
Like when I say paper,
dude
it's like
straight
tissue
the fuck
paper.
up. This dude straight the fuck up. And I had to turn this shit down. And once I fell in love with him more on the drive home, the band and shit, like I really wish I would have been able to do it. And I really wish I was in the financial situation. This dude straight the fuck up invited me upstairs to go like private party. No joke.
That's
Not like, oh, they're throwing a big ass party with a whole bunch of people. He's like, nah, dude, we're gonna go chill upstairs. You want to come?
That's awesome as fuck.
But he was also talking about drinking and shit, and I was not drinking at all. Like
Yeah,
I had sober for a year at that point.
I had an opportunity at the Independent Invasion in Asheville. I had the opportunity to go back with Chad, Leroy, One. I had a chance to go back with all of them and party at the after party, but my brother wanted sissy, and my brother was a drunkard and fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I had family. That's my brother.
You gotta do that shit, man. I get it.
I mean, my mom was there.
I've
Our
lost
mom
out
was
on
there too, but
opportunities, and I don't regret it at all for taking care of what I knew I had to take care of. And it wasn't just obligation. It was like, that's what I want to take care of.
well, that's like at the KC show when Church come and got down in the crowd. He was literally right there where we were standing. When I say where we were standing, there was 2 things in the middle of the like center stage, 2 things to where he could walk and come down.
I seen singing with him on a song.
But
somebody shared something where she was front row and he was singing with her for like a whole song or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I forget who that is.
But
anyway,
yeah, where he was
somebody
at,
I knew.
Where he was at is exactly where we were standing. But because of how bad the venue treated everybody that was there first thing, right before he come on stage 3 different times. He come on right after T2 for a brief moment, or right after JJ for a brief moment, and then he come back out later on, and then back out again. But the first time, I couldn't. I had to get out of the pit. And it was nothing to do with anybody and being in too crowded. No, everybody gave everybody space. Because the venue done what they done and treated us the way they treated us, I had to get out of the pit. My vision started going in and out. I was about to pass out. My health was causing an effect, and I couldn't get back in the pit from that point.
Dude, I'm nervous to go to concerts anymore, honestly. Like, no joke. Like, between you and I, that same Vegas trip that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I met the dude is because I canceled it the first night due to weather. So I got to see like a 300-person concert at the barbecue place that was nearby that All American Rejects put on, and I was front row. I was like right the fuck up there. My videos that I have in my shorts and shit from last year, those are from there. I think I posted them right around October or some shit. I can't remember. But just search All American Rejects on my page. You'll find it.
I will.
Or scroll my fucking shorts. I don't do that many. You'll find when the dates were. But I have a couple full videos too. But anyway, so the next day, because I had 2 days, the next day I left at 6 that day. 6 p.m., which, mind you, this shit's like going till midnight.
Yeah.
I left at 6 p.m. because I had social anxiety. I went tunnel vision because it was that bad. It was put on by Live Nation again because that was the Travis Scott Recovery Fund. When We Were Young festival, that was the concert they randomly popped up out of fucking nowhere when they had the massive lawsuit.
So that wasn't the Astrodome.
No. So the Astrodome happened like that summer.
Yeah.
That concert popped out of fucking nowhere, dude. Or no, it happened the summer before, and that concert popped out of nowhere, and suddenly they're having a fucking big old festival that never happened before in Vegas. And now they do all kinds of like the When We Were Young festival is such a thing that now they have like different random things like emo fests and different things that they're coming up with that Live Nation is designed in Vegas at that fairgrounds, which is also, mind you, the exact same fairgrounds that happened at. Not the Astro Festival. You remember the Sniper?
Yeah.
That was at the Vegas Fairgrounds.
She said awkward silence much?
I was letting you guys do your thing.
Oh, she was just grabbing a stove.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
What?
I ain't no fucking structure. That's why I say, like, when I say interview, it's to describe what this shit is. Like, otherwise, I don't fuck.
Yeah, I've had people tell me, why don't you try and interview somebody? Like, I'm not an interviewer.
I'm not an interviewer either, which is why I wing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, I've told Trey this, and he's already said yes, he'll do it. We just have to figure out and plan it. But like, I just want to come hang out. That's why we like answered a whole 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, maybe. And most of it's just been us BSing. But I knew that was going to be us anyway, which this goes way better anyway. I like where we can go back and forth because this is what I call smooth.
It is. And this way you get to actually talk and kind of get bonds with people. Like,
that's one of the reasons why I don't know, like Church put that thing out. You know why I didn't hit that fucking comment section like immediately when he was like, hey, and Southwind got the interview? You know why I didn't hit that comment section right away? So like, what do I ask him? What do I this? What do I like? I immediately hit like, because that's even though I don't get starstruck, for him, it's kind of, I don't look up to celebrities like that, dude. But I have so much respect to him that it would freeze me up, dude. I would get a little bit of stage fright at first. And that's where I'm like, that's why I definitely want to be much more comfortable with this situation so I can do the same smooth. I don't know if you've seen me interview Kalani, but like, and some of my friends even said, oh, it went fine. And I'm like, nah, dude, I personally, and this is nothing against Kalani, it was me. I felt like I froze up during that.
It's okay. I mean, I don't idol Church, but I do get starstruck over him.
Yeah.
Like the first time he ever messaged me.
And I don't idol anybody. I do respect the fuck out of him though.
That's something that I absolutely love when it comes to him, talking about him.
Yeah.
You can tell who has anything to do with him for clout and who don't.
Yeah.
Like me, I've talked to him quite a few different times. Doesn't mean I brag about it.
I don't
Like, if I wouldn't have just said anything, I don't even think you would have known that I've talked to the man. Like,
no, honestly, no.
that's for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah, it's cool. Like, look, church, talk to me. Church follow.
And I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of people that talk to him. I know
that
several,
shit's for
way
me.
more than I ever would have expected, honestly.
That's like, if and when I ever get the chance to meet him, that's for me, not y'all. No offense. That's for me.
Yeah.
We're fighting.
I honestly think like it's strictly me. Like when I say I would get starstruck, kind of, or however you want to call that, it's strictly me because I know, because I've watched him enough, and even though it's obviously you watch somebody online, it's what they choose. I know church is very good at controlling what gets out. But I just know with how he is, like, there's no reason for me to be like that because he is a chill fucking dude. How many times Kurt's fucking said it and shit, you know, like he's just chill as fuck.
If you go, anytime he goes live, you sit and watch his lives. It's the chillest damn live ever.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I really like watching him he used to, when he would go live and play Call of Duty. He wouldn't
I'm pretty sure I sent you a fucking screenshot when he commented on that last video, and I was like, because it had been a while, so I was like, still same fucking shit again. I was like, well, he still watches once in a while. All right.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I've been told by multiple people I'm his favorite lesbian. He says it all the time.
But that's like,
that's for me. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna.
That's fucking dope.
Then, like, for example, the one we were just talking about, she's one that told me that. Okay, as soon as she told me that, who in the fuck would I be if I said, "Oh my god, okay, all right, I love you, bye." Instagram, y'all, guess what I just found out?
Yeah.
No,
see, that ain't me either. That's just like Kenny was saying on his live yesterday. I was like, dude, I don't fuck with TikTok.
I don't.
And
either.
It's not that I haven't. It's not that I wouldn't try, and it's not that I haven't tried here or there. But like, I haven't put a lot of effort in because it just doesn't. I don't like it. I don't have fun with it, and there's too much that I know about it, so I'm not gonna force it if I know the shit about it too. So it's just kind of like,
I had fun with it until I kept getting death threats from Christians, all because I'm married to a woman. Yeah. I had 38,000 followers on TikTok.
And you wonder why I want to say fuck Christians. Seriously.
Like, I have,
and that's not the only thing. It's that judgmental bullshit that pisses me
This, like, I had one of them comment that I needed to go repent for being married to a woman. Well, I did a video response back, and I was like, how can you tell me to go repent? You don't know me. I have repented. You don't know my story. You're assuming that I haven't repented, so you're making an ass of both of us. Well, then I got a comment back, well, you haven't repented. I can tell. You're still married to that woman. So how about you just do all of us a favor and go yourself, because you're already going to hell. Why wait? Like, I was literally told to go myself because I'm already going to hell, so why wait? Okay, wait a minute. If I'm already going to hell, that means I've got time to try and not go there. But if I do what that person told me to do, who claims to be a Christian and believe in God, if I do that, then I'm automatically going. So, you going to try and help me change and get me to him? Or are you going to do the devil's work and try and get me there?
Those kind of people just...
And I mean,
their
I get it.
so fucking flawed, dude.
Hate's going to be everywhere. I get that.
This is why you have a lot of Christians that say, you know, believe it, like, and this is what fucked me up, and this is what made me hate religion even more. I talked to one guy that was actually like, kind of like we are, like, can be really open and talk. He's very strong in his belief, but he can be talk like about it and not be hurt by it.
Yeah.
And he brings up, he's like, well, where do your morals come from? Common decency, like being, it's how I was like fucking raised. Like, well, you were raised on, no, like that's it. it doesn't matter what my belief system is. Like, that's what you're supposed to do as a human being. And he's like, well, let's go this way. And he would talk through, and I'm making it sound way stupider than it was. He was a very intelligent person. He made a really good, but he says, if there's no God, if there's no religion, and he knows I believe in God, then what's my motivation for not killing somebody? And I just looked at him like, that's a really odd question. Like, why would you want to kill someone? You know what I mean? Like, for me, you got to give me a fucking reason. I'll do it if I have to. Like, if I'm protecting my family, yeah, you gave me a reason. I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
But, like, why would you want to without it? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And this is also,
it was that, and there was also, okay, I'm a lesbian, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does that whole community, how does it start? L for lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
That community fucking hates me. All because Dylan Mulvaney, day 6. I'll never forget it. It was day 6 of him being a girl.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean that community hates you? The lesbian community hates you?
No, the alphabet mafia. The LGBTQ plus all alphabets.
No. You mean the ones that hijacked the actual gay movement?
Yes. Yeah. Them. Not old school gay people like myself. No. We stick together.
And mind you, that's not even saying I have a problem with trans people. Like, as long as you keep to yourself, I don't fuck. But
Blair White. If you don't know who Blair White is, go look her up. She is a conservative trans woman. But I don't even call her a trans woman. I will call her a woman. Because
Trump would have her crucified.
Who?
Trump would have her crucified.
Trump. She supports Trump 1,000%.
Yeah,
she is completely against
and mind you, I'm more pro-Trump than anything, but I'm not I'm not going to vote for him in this next election. I'm not going to vote for either party.
I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't. But either way, the whole point is, like, Trump is flat out, like, we know Trump is anti-trans. Period. Yeah. Like, that's not a question. He'll say it. So,
she knows. Yeah. She knows he's against her, but she is fully supportive of him.
To me, that says mental illness. Somebody can be fully against you and you're still for them.
Well, that part, it's that part. What she's for, what she actually supports is him trying to banish everything they're doing. Like the getting kids to be trans and taking them through that. Yeah. She is very
the brainwash bullshit. Yeah. I agree.
Like, she tells people, if you do want to be trans, grow the fuck up first. Grow up and mature, because you're not going to be able to make that choice without being fully mature.
Well, look at the shit that they're trying to hide, the amount of people that got it when they were young, and now they're regretting it and trying to reverse it, and they fucking can't, and all sorts of shit. And then the left says that's all lies, and it's like, come on, dude, are we fucking serious?
Exactly. But yeah, the main reason why I got off that damn app was Christians and then those people, because the Dylan Mulvaney person, the day whatever of being a woman, that person, that person did a video, day 6 of
somehow I've heard of that name, but I still don't know who it actually is, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But he did a video, day 6 of being a girl, and I did a stitch to it. I didn't say one fucking word. I did not say one word at all. This person, the one with Bud Light.
Oh, God.
That person.
Is that Paris Hilton or
no, that's Dylan.
No, look. I was going to say, like, this. Oh, you can't see my. Never mind. The fucking one on the left. That
this person.
Dylan Mulvaney, it looks weird. Okay.
The whole reason why.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That. Okay, I did a stitch.
Isn't it funny how somehow Bud Light recovered their reputation? Like, how?
Right. But I did a stitch to that person's day 6 of being a girl. Didn't say a word. I was not being rude. I wasn't being disrespectful. What I was showing was I don't fuck with people like that. Simply that. All I did was unbuckle. I was actually waiting on my wife to get out of work, being a PCA. All I did was unbuckle my seatbelt, open the
Get
driver door
out
to my
of that.
van, get out, and shut the door. And the backlash I got off of that. Oh, I shook my head no. That's all I did. I didn't say a word. I didn't cuss Dylan. I didn't do anything. All I did was show I don't fuck with that. Well, that video went fucking viral. And then I ended up having to make another video.
Which is your algorithm in what TikTok shared you with, because there's dudes like Goose, if you know who that is, the heavier set dude, the big dude that's got a fucking beard, makes comedy shit. Fuck. Let me find
Nah, I've been off TikTok for like 3 years now.
No, he's on Instagram too.
Oh. But yeah, that damn video
Craig
went
Clark.
viral. Huh?
Craig Clark.
Oh no. No, I don't.
You don't know who that is?
No, but I think I have seen a video or two of his.
Let's
But
see
yeah,
if I
they
can
come
find one of him
after
talking.
they
Hang
come
on.
after me hard, and I ended up making another video explaining I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being rude.
Hang
All
on.
I'm doing is showing I don't fuck with this. That's it. No love lost.
I like any kind of girls.
Yeah.
And then I had them, oh Lord, you want to see a train wreck? Go look up Leslie Clark. She was like pulling her tits out and shit on TikTok, and kids use that app. Like kids use that app. So I did a video on it and was like, this is disgusting. This needs to stop. There are kids on this app. And some dyke lesbian stitched me and went back and forth with me. Oh, you're not really lesbian then because you don't like tits. I do. Excuse me. I like grown tits, legal age tits. And I don't like tits being shown where kids can see them. Tell me you want kids to do something that's going to harm them without telling me.
Right.
I fucking love that. I'm so glad I'm not on camera. She tried on her bathing suit.
I figured she just flashed you.
No, she didn't. Wow. I like it. Looks good. No, the camera's off. The wire part.
Hang on.
well,
Listen to Goose and tell me if you can recognize this voice, because if you know him, you'll know this voice.
Like that. Like, how is anybody? Like, I've seen some people.
Hang on.
I can hear it. I have seen a video of his.
Okay. He does how?
Yeah.
Like he just has his. I can't do it obviously, but he has his way of delivery that's fucking hilarious. But anyway, that dude will constantly do controversial shit, and most of what he shares on Instagram is a repeat of what he's already posted on TikTok, and which. So many fucking people do that shit. It's like, really? This is content creation now?
No. It's not.
But anyway, not that I'm like some fancy creative creator. I mean,
I'm not.
I do is just simply saying my fucking thoughts on other people's shit. But anyway.
People see here I'm so creative with my thumbnails. My thumbnails are so easy to make. Look.
Yeah.
Look, I'll show you really quick. Really, really quick, because it's very, very simple.
Okay. We're going to wrap up on this.
All right. In case you ever want to do it. So I use Carvana. Or
yes,
Canva. Canva.
I know.
Whatever the fuck is.
I knew what you were going to say.
Okay. So obviously I take the background. Oh, it didn't switch over. Whoops. My bad.
If you're going to switch screens and shit, you just got to fucking share your screen instead of share the app.
Okay. Well, this, like, I get the background for whatever, like how his was that.
Yeah.
What I do here, I'll turn my camera on for this part. Okay, so I'll go to that song. No, not settings, dumbass.
Yeah, I can already tell you how you do yours.
It is so fucking easy. But my part of the thumbnails.
And I could do yours on my app too, and in probably about as quick.
I'll pull it up like that. Well, damn, I'm gonna have to do this.
Your fucking blur off.
Yep. All right. So I do that, and then down here at the bottom, I have the volume all the way down. Down here at the bottom, I'll take that red line. If it's a video, I'll just pull it to get a frame of it. I'll screenshot it sideways. That is, I'll screenshot it sideways.
You know to make it high def, right?
Huh?
So when you do your YouTube, make sure you have your setting on whatever the highest is, even if it's 4K. That'll give you more pixels in your screen.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
But I'll screenshot it, then I'll email it to myself from the computer. I'll save that and then upload it here. Now, when
See,
it
I
does
just do it to my drive, but it's the same shit. Yeah.
When it
If
does
I need
upload,
you.
I'm about to redo it. I'm just sharing the screen. Oh, I don't want to share the entire screen. I'm going to have to. It won't let me. There we go. Okay. So, right here, I'll click on the thumbnail, just a blank one. Then I'll do upload. See how it has the bars?
You have all your shit pre-cut too. That's what I've done on my PixArt on my phone. I paid
like this right here,
$55 for the year, and I can do all this shit on my phone now.
I like doing it on a computer.
But I also,
this
well,
right
I
here,
do too. That's what I used to use GIMP for.
This right here, I can't. Every single picture comes out like that with that, which is fine.
Yeah,
I'll just do that right there.
Basically, crop. Yeah.
Do that right there, and then now my part of the thumbnail, this part, that will come from. I have my phone sitting up in another spot, recording while I'm recording the reaction. So if there's like
you're like I was when I started for probably the first 500 plus videos. I used to give people a hard time for not doing what you're doing. And then I found out like all of YouTube everybody that's doing the expressions, including Simba and Arctic and all them
it's
guys,
already pre-uploaded.
Yeah, they have their set expressions that they. That's why if you start looking through Simba's, you'll see him make the big eyes with the big mouth, and he has like 3 different shirts that'll wear. And then I realized I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, me, I like to do it to where you can tell it's from that video.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I did it for a long time when I started with thumbnails. I just got, because I dropped so many fucking videos. If you haven't noticed, I've even started. I have like a couple placeholder ones. And now I have probably like 50 fucking thumbnails I gotta make.
But after I do that and I find the spot that I want, I'll again phone sideways, screenshot it. Like I'll pause the video.
I do love how your cutouts turn out though.
I'm getting there. Hold on. I'm getting there. Hold on. This is the greatest part.
Yeah.
But I'll do that, turn it sideways, screenshot, get my spot, and then I'll just use the same picture from earlier. I have Tune Me on my phone.
Yeah.
So once I got that, I'll hit the picture like that.
Oh, you use the tune. Okay. So you used an AI modification. I got you.
Yeah.
Which I have on this app. I just don't have that exact one.
Hold on.
Which I still have to fuck with some more because they have so many different settings that I got to fuck with.
Okay. Once that's done and I've saved it, then I go in here. Well, first I go to my photos. Bring up the picture from the Tune Me, hold it, and it automatically crops me. Now watch, I just copied it.
Yeah,
now I'm hitting paste.
Thankfully, I have the same. Again,
and
that's in that.
And then from that, all I've got to do is email that to my email, save it from there. And if there's stuff that I've got, you can kind of tell I cropped something out of here. There's an app on my computer I use to finish cropping shit out. And then from there, however big I want it, wherever I want the placement, done. And to be honest, before I ever even start the recording, like start the reaction, the thumbnail is pretty much done minus my part, like my picture. The words are already on it and everything.
When I first started doing thumbnails, I learned it from a how-to video that Arctic made. That's how I got
same video.
the GIMP video. That's how I did it. Yeah.
Same video. That's actually what I have.
This is why I love doing it with my phone. Because
that's actually the app that I use
with it. Yeah.
The app I used to crop the rest of the stuff out is actually that app.
Oh yeah. I used to do a lot of it on GIMP, but the problem is with GIMP, the way that I produce my thumbnails, and me being stupid perfectionist, OCD, all that shit, every time I would get into it, it would be more and more and more and more and more time consuming because I'd do more shit to it. And the part that pisses me off with thumbnails is my percentage doesn't change. My percentage is about 3% click through, which is supposed to be good. It averages as high as like 7. Some of them shoot way up, but either way, the whole point is I'm going to eventually message Simba because I have talked with him here and there, and I'm going to hit him up and be like, hey man, like, if you don't mind, would you give me advice, like what you see with thumbnails and stuff like that? Because he does, like, I see work that he puts in with it, and I want to see what his opinion is, because 250 plus thousand fucking subs, I want to see what his opinion is on how much it actually, because you see people say it has so much effect, and I'm like, I don't see it. I do fine with or without it.
Really quick before we get done, what do you think about this? I've started doing this with the thumbnails.
And that's the other thing. Like, if you ever need somebody to bounce off of, like if you just want another creator mind, or you just want another whatever, which I'm no creative mind by any means, but if you just want somebody else to look at shit, feel free to send me shit. I'll
see. I started doing that. There's a cool little frame.
Yeah.
That is a CD case. If you can't tell.
Okay.
The actual picture for the song or track that I'm about to react to is right here. And then right here, she said it. She was like, that looks like you hand wrote that on there, like you did burning CDs back in the day.
Yeah.
So
I like
think
it. I think it looks fucking dope. What I will say is that, and this is just my opinion as a creator, and it's how you want to design your channel personally. So you have to decide what matters to you. So if you're one of those people that wants your channel to look a certain way, which Church is one of those people, he's not doing what he does for views. He's doing what he does because he's a fucking perfectionist and he wants his shit to look a certain way. Yeah. So if you're that way, that's fine. But my goal when I started this channel, and I have not hid this, and it seems to bother some people.
Toys.
But I have not hid this. I started a YouTube channel, not reactions, a YouTube channel to make a side income, period. The idea was to make a passive income. Reactions is just one of the passion. I can share music. That's one of the passions things. So when I look at thumbnails and shit like that, if it's going to increase my exposure, I'm all for doing a shit ton of work and going all OCD and putting all kinds of work in. But if I'm spending an hour going OCD on a fucking photo, it better have results, or all I'm doing is satisfying myself.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And I think this looks really cool. Honestly, I think it looks fucking cool.
I'm gonna start doing this one from now on.
Like, my recommendation is just kind of decide whether you want your channel to look a certain way, or if you're focusing on, you want to make sure that it actually performs too.
Granted, his is different. His was different today for one obvious fucking reason.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
I had to, there was this right here. It would have fit on the CD. It would have. But
what I don't understand is why I didn't. Why? Oh, you're okay. I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
Oh, the border. I added the border. I like that.
I thought you were talking about the version part that wrapped on you right above reaction.
Oh my God, did it do that on the fucking page? Wait a minute.
I thought that's what you were pointing at. Oh, too, and I'm tired, so like I'm kind of like,
no.
But now I know what you were saying. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now, like, if you come across some shit, so I don't know if you noticed, but I just had to take down a Jack Gaspard and I just put it back up.
Why?
Because I went to my Premiere and realized I fucked up the edit.
I
have when I do all these clips from lives, I have, okay, here's my background, here's my this. It's pre-made. All I have to do is click and drag. Here's the intro. Here's the conclusion. It's done. It takes me like that to make a video if I'm not being OCD and entering See, I went backwards because I've still been busy, so I haven't had a lot of free time, and I wanted to do 2-a-days. So instead of dropping titles that nobody seems to give a fuck about and everything else, I'm like, I'm putting too much effort in for my OCD. I should go back and, but.
What the fuck?
So yeah, I had a conclusion as my intro. And I was like, oh, that's not right. We're taking that down like now before anybody sees that. Jack's probably like, what the hell is he doing? Because Jack's been promoting that shit for me. I'm like, sorry, dude. I'm trying to make sure I put out a fuck ton of videos and I'm tired. Like when you're putting out 14 videos in 7 days, like, come on.
What the fuck is really going on with this shit?
How is it not editing the way you want it?
Yeah. I'm trying to fix it and it's not fucking working. Of course.
All right. Well, we went
3 hours.
Way past what I was planning on. But it was a good conversation. I'm super fucking happy that we got to do this.
I'm glad. I am too.
I hate that I had to play the cutoff thing, but it is what it is. If I go any later, I'm not gonna sleep at all before I have to go to work.
Yeah, you need to go get some sleep so you can go to work.
Because I gotta get up at like 3 a.m.
Okay, did it finally fucking fix it? You fucking bitch.
See, you're like me with this shit.
Perfectionist, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Although I'm not gonna lie, if I had the time like you, I have had the time like you. When I used to no, I'm not saying you have time like you don't have other shit.
I was about to say that's the thing. I don't really have it much time.
No, I'm just saying you're at the house. I'm physically not at the fucking house.
Yeah.
Like I spend 12 hours away because by the time I finish 10-hour shift with drives. So yeah, I pretty much don't do shit except for the weekends, and then my dumbass picks up shit on the weekends. Somebody asked me yesterday at work, and I was like, thought about it for a couple minutes. I was like, it is holiday weekend. That's extra pay.
Yeah.
Like, fine, fuck it.
Extra pay is always nice.
Yeah. It's not a little bit. Extra pay is a lot of it when it's holidays. That thankfully, that's one of the reasons why I came back to this job. But don't get too upset about it. You'll get it.
I get it. Don't worry.
Hey. Do what I do and fucking get to the point where this fucking text box won't do what I want it to do. Delete. We're doing it again. Not the whole thing, but like sometimes I'll just delete the fucking mod and it's like, oh, it was in GIMP does this to me all the time. When I used to do that, it'll get in weird glitchy modes where the fucking program does some weird shit and it's like giving itself a parameter that I didn't give it. And when I delete it, restart the app and bring it back up, all of a sudden it does what I wanted it to do. I'm like,
sounds like my shit,
dude. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Canva, GIMP, whatever the fuck you use, they all have their glitches in code.
Oh, GIMP Champ, or what is it? Clip Champ?
No,
the GIMP? Editing software.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
That bitch, it always and forever is relaunching itself while I'm in the middle of editing.
Yeah, what drives me nuts is like nowadays. So back in the day, it seemed like you actually like even a game you could play and it wouldn't crash on you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, oh, we'll just release what used to be considered a beta version as the finalized, and I'm like, what? I paid for this product, you bitch. Like, right, motherfucker, it used to be, hey, the beta's free, and if you pay for it, we'll give you the stable version. And now the stable version's like a fucking beta.
Okay. From the phone, it looks like it's fixed. That's from the phone.
Yeah, as long as it... You
just couldn't even see the... You couldn't even see the version 3.
Yeah, don't you produce the fucking...
We're all good.
Yeah, don't you produce the fucking JPEG or PNG?
Mhm.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
once you
it's all
produce
good.
it, that's your final. So
It just would when I would reload the page, it wouldn't show it was changed, and it finally changed.
yeah, sometimes the
That's fixed.
editors don't show it the way that it shows once they export it too. That's what's weird.
Oh, but I'm probably really about to get off of here and
No,
go
I
play
need to
some
go
Red
too.
Dead Redemption 2.
I thought you were going live in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
You change it
I'll probably change it to tomorrow night.
more?
Not even playing. No, for real. I need to get rest because we have plans tomorrow.
Yeah,
We're supposed to go to my dad's and spend the entire day with my dad, my nieces, my nephew, and our kids. It's pool day.
Oof.
7 kids. No, 8 kids. Pool day.
Lifeguard duty.
No, that's more like, Mama A, throw me. Mama A, throw me. Mama A, Mama A. Amboo, Amboo, Amboo. That's what my cousin or my niece Hazel calls me. Amboo. And that's Jam Jam.
Fucking A.
I used to be Bam Bam.
That's a good name. I like it.
It
Fits you.
I love Bam Bam. That's what my brother said.
She comes in like a wrecking ball.
My brother, if you ask my brother, I'm the fighter of us two. I like to fight, and I really like to fight men. I don't like fighting girls. They like to pull hair and slap. Bitch, don't slap me. Don't pull my hair. Punch me.
Yeah, but if you can fight too, that's the other thing is most girls can't fight. Even the ones that say they can, most girls can't fight. Like I used to have a girlfriend that, like, don't get me wrong, like fighting other girls, she could fight, but she always, yeah,
She just went.
yeah.
She loves fighting men too.
I date girls who think they can fight men, and then every
with
time I look at her, I'm like, honey, I'm
with
not
us,
gonna
it ain't no
actually try,
thanks.
so fuck off.
With us, it ain't no thank. We actually do.
Yeah.
Not saying I can't speak
Oh
for her.
no, one of my exes straight up did. But the funny thing is, one time she finally actually lost her shit, blacked out, and truly hauled off and hit me in the chin. And I was like, really? You're 110. Like, was that a pillow? that felt like a pillow.
I can't speak for her, obviously, but me, I've gotten into a fight with a couple of men, and I've lost one time.
Yeah.
That one man had me.
Off in that case, though, is like, you don't want to be the guy that abuses women.
Oh, fuck no.
So it's like, even in stopping them, like grab the wrist or something like that, like, dude, it's such a pain in the ass because you don't want to cause bruises and shit. Like,
well, see, the way we're raising our boys is not to put their hands on a female. No.
Exactly.
No.
100%.
But if a female decides to try and step to you, you do everything in your power to stop it. If she continues and she's hitting you, defend yourself. If you do everything you can, walking away, turning away, trying everything in your power to not hit that woman, and that woman is still hitting you and throwing things at you and causing you physical harm, do not stand there and take that. You defend yourself.
So one of the reasons, and this is, people can say whatever they want, I learned not to lay my hands on a woman because of my dad. Dad always said it and all that kind of stuff. And we'll wrap up with this. One of the reasons why I have a hard time on the last part, and I understand what you're saying, because I kind of agree, but I watched my dad be on the inch of his fucking life. And I'm not talking from fists and shit. I'm talking like knives and all sorts of shit.
Oh my God.
And he still refused to do what he physically could do to stop her because it was so ingrained into him that you do not fucking do that to a woman. Period.
See, if his life
and
almost
that's
if his
the
life
only reason he didn't is because you know, he wanted to keep on going for me, but shit, it was a
that's what
bad
I'm
fucking
saying.
divorce, dude.
If his life was coming into risk,
You might need to illustrate that just as much as we're pushing on the boys not to hit a female, we're also pushing on our daughters that if they
no. You don't
Yeah.
need to illustrate. You don't need to illustrate that at all. I understand that 100%.
It's a two-way street.
Maybe for other people, but
Yeah.
but no, I get that. I fully trust that you guys are.
I mean, the only reason why I sit here,
I'm just saying, as far as how that goes with my own personal value code, it's just it's so hard. Although I understand it, and I get, like, at a certain point somebody stepping over, it's just like, dude, it's how we were raised. I understand that value system. I understand the women are to be protected, and I know this modern day, like, people think this other bullshit of, like, oh, women's rights, and which, don't get me wrong, women's rights, fine, but, like, they think chivalry is sexist and shit. Yes, I can't say the word, but they think it's sexist and shit, and I'm just like, no, it's called fucking respect to women. Like, how do you not get that? Holding a door for a woman is saying you are precious. I respect you. Like, the fuck? Yep. It's got nothing to do with I'm better than you.
It's like with me, and, you know, of course, being a lesbian.
Matter of fact, if anything, that's saying you matter more than me.
Exactly. Well, it's like me being a lesbian. My dad taught me the same thing. When he found out that I like girls, he taught me the same thing. Never hit them. Never put your hand on them out of anger. Never. If you're going to be with a woman, then you need to take that man's step. Not literally, but then I got on drugs.
It's being a man to be able to fucking take your breath, bite your fucking tongue, and no matter how much it pisses you off, you show self-control.
To an extent. And the only reason why I say that, I was taught that before drug life. When I got on drugs, the girl I was with, you can ask her. My wife, who's sitting right beside of me, she knew me before we met. She knew me by the name of Clyde from Bonnie and Clyde. Yes, that's what she knew me as. But she also knew the story behind Bonnie and Clyde. And that story was Bonnie was always beaten on Clyde. If Clyde said no to getting money, if Clyde said no to anything, Clyde got his ass beat. Well, her ass beat. So there was a time where I had got tired of getting hit on and beat on, all because I said no. So you're damn straight, I did fight back. I defended myself. And I will tell you this. That's all it took. One fucking time of me fighting back, never laid her hands on me again. Because she knew she couldn't. She knew I'd beat the shit out of her. And I think that's more or less what we're trying to teach the boys. Not to go out looking for a fight. No. If a female is coming at you and is refusing to stop, and you're starting to see that you are truly in danger, defend yourself. Don't hurt her.
Yeah,
no.
I get
defend
it.
yourself.
Yeah. If you're in danger, I get that.
Yeah.
For me, most of the time, and this even goes, like, unless we're talking MMA fighters, like, I'll be honest with you, and I'm no tough guy by any means. I'm no tough guy by any means. I have literally, that girl that I was talking about, I literally looked at her several times and been like, here, better yet, tie my hands back here. You can do whatever. Like, and I won't stop you. I'll let you keep on hitting, and I'll be sitting here like, are we done yet? Because it's not, you got to be an awful big fucking female to put enough power behind that fucking punch that it's going to do something to me. I'm 200 fucking pounds.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Oh, you can hit me, do whatever you want to me. I'm not laying my hands on you. You can beg me to do it. You can push me to do it. Have I not told you that? Yeah. She's very into her label making. She got an iPad and has been doing label making ever since she got it for days. I mean, days. It's like me with doing reactions.
I'm making a book of shadows currently.
You're making a book of shadows? Yeah. And she wants to start selling them on Etsy. Her digital planner she's making, pardon me.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, well, I think I'm about to get off here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need to wrap up. because no matter how little the conversation seems, yeah, we've been saying that for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's
no
2
matter
hours.
no matter how little the fucking sidetrack seems, it's like we do it, and I'm literally tired at this point. So before I was just like, no, I need to go to bed because it's the time that I go to bed.
I can see it in your eyes. You're getting tired.
I'm tired. It's been a long fucking day, dude. So much running around. But
it was long over here too.
All right, y'all. We're gonna end this one. Appreciate y'all tuning in for Ambro being on, so we can officially introduce her on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's safe to say you can definitely bet you will see her back on here, and
almost
probably
definitely
hers as well.
So, definitely. You're welcome anytime on my channel. Anytime.
Oh, yeah.
And look, if you come in and the link's not there, just hey, yo, bitch, send me the link.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to plan ahead on some shit. Like
almost definitely.
I think, and again, we'll reiterate, we say that because both of our asses will go for like fucking 8 hours and not get shit done. Like the live's getting something done for my channel, but at the same time, like,
well, there's a fight going on.
More puppy fights.
Dude, they only do it at this time of night. It's zoomies for hours.
Zoomies.
Yes.
See, you're gonna have to get a bike or take them out on the bike that you already have, whichever, and like straight up like fucking run them around and around and around before they fucking go to bed.
We have leads and we have a gate outside, like a dog gate, a big one, big.
Kind of like when most dogs usually like run along with you, which is why I say, like, even if you don't necessarily want to run, which there were plenty of days where I was just wore out. Like I took my old puppy because she was a Rhodesian Ridgeback. I coasted around my apartments because I looked like a fucking redneck, like a motherfucker. Straight up got this dog on a goddamn 25-foot leash, letting her run with me on the motorcycle. Just coasting around the fucking apartments because I didn't have a bicycle. Okay. I should have just bought a fucking bicycle, but what is she? She's Roddy?
She is
or Doberman.
Rottweiler and Husky?
Roddy and Husky.
I think that's what she said. She looks like a canine, like a police canine.
Huh. That's cute.
Does she not?
She does.
Well, she's about
to does.
Bye.
And since I think I'm gonna do ESA for the next place, and that pretty much gets you around any restrictions, I very well might I might get a Doberman, but I'm not sure. Dobermans look pretty cool too, but I really loved my Rhodesian. I really did.
I love it. Mine, Creaker and Dobby, both of them are the two breeds I've always wanted in them. Husky,
dude, I wanted
and Shepherd.
I wanted to rescue, so that's why I made that short about rescuing dogs. Is because I wanted to rescue this one group, which I'm not even necessarily ready. I could afford it, but I shouldn't do it in the middle of a fucking move. That'll just be a pain in the ass. I'd probably end up taking them to doggy daycare just so I didn't feel like I was being mean to them.
We're turning into a rescue. We really are. The local police department, they already know if they find abandoned or like abandoned strays or anything.
And you can legally have that many?
Registering as a rescue, yes. We have to register as a rescue.
Because I was going to say, you're limited to 2 per household here.
No, 2. We're already over. We have 7. Wait,
that's awesome.
We have Riley, Apollo, Karma. Yeah, we have 7. Echo, Dolly, Dobby, and Creaker. And Coco. No, my bad. We have 8. 1 more. All we need is 1 more.
In city limits, you can't have more than 4.
We're in country. But all we need is 1 more puppy, and we can legally register as a rescue. But yeah, whenever we get off, we've already told the local, because she talks to somebody in the department. I'm not saying any names or anything of the sort, but she does talk to someone in the department. He's told us we need 1 more, and we can be considered a rescue. And she has told him if they find strays on the side of the road, if they find abandoned dogs, don't take them to the shelter, bring them here. We will adopt, like keep rescuing them until we can get them adopted out.
Yeah.
I mean, we love animals. She wanted a cat, but we ended up with 8 dogs. 8 dogs to replace 1 cat. What the fuck? We love our babies, though. We do.
Yeah.
The babies are more spoiled than the baby. Like, the fur babies are more spoiled than the babies. Like, she hand makes their food and their treats. It's awesome.
Yeah.
She's got like 3 or 4 binders filled with information on all 4 dogs. Because the older 3, Apollo is the boy's dog, Riley is the girl's dog, Karma is everybody's dog, and Coco is everybody's dog. My bad, no. Yeah, Apollo, but Apollo's outside. Apollo came from the shelter. He was abused. He was a bait dog. He's sad.
Bait dog?
For fighting. The owners were fighting, they fought dogs.
Yeah.
And of his litter, he was the bait dog.
So what, they fought him and he was just the one to get beat up or what?
Pretty much. Basically,
crazy.
they were trying to kill him. Like, he was beat over the head with a baseball bat. It's very fucking sad. And I hate to say it, the government sees that dog as dead. She went and adopted him, and we were told he was the very last dog to be adopted. And if he wasn't getting adopted, Monday he was getting put down. Yeah. Monday rolls around, and they still put down Apollo.
Well,
without Apollo being there.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I said, like, in that the comment section and stuff, like, somebody was replying to me about that, and I'm like, dude, if you pair them up, then, like, because they were too perfect. Like, this is one of the reasons why I liked it, is it was damn near like buying it from a fucking breeder. Because these were like legit. You looked at them in the pictures and it was like, oh yeah, that's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. We don't need papers. We don't know. That's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Like, straight the fuck looks like it. You know, whereas a lot of rescue dogs are mixed and stuff like that, which no problems with that. But I was just like, I seen those and oh my God, I fell in love with them. But I'm not looking to do 2 right now. I'm just looking to do 1. We'll get into it and then I might do a second. They're brothers and they want it as a pair. So it says partnered. And I'm like, dude, that's how you get fucking dogs killed. And Misty, one of my very, very supportive followers, commented, because she apparently has worked in a shelter and stuff, but she's in the UK. And I guess from what I understood from our short conversation, it doesn't sound like they have kill shelters there or not as many. Well, dude, we have countless kill shelters across this country. Did you get it in your fucking eye?
Monster right in the fucking eye. People laugh out of the living room. That's how you know she loves me.
Yeah.
Anytime
she goes, haha, stupid.
Anytime I get hurt, anytime, she will just start laughing. And as long as I'm laughing, she knows I'm good. So she won't even ask, are you okay? She'll wait till I'm done laughing and then go, are we going to do that again? Probably. She tells people she has 6 kids. I'm the 6th. We have 4, but she has 5. We just don't have one of them. That's a long story. Long story.
But yeah, so that was, you know, Misty went into a whole thing, but it was just like, I get it, and in her experience, 100%, I get it. You go ahead and pair them up if you guys don't have stray problems. But you and I can both speak to this because I know Carolina's got the same fucking issue we got here and the same issue Wisconsin's got. Dude, there's fucking strays everywhere, and they don't even have all of them in the rescues. And the amount that they put down per year, like across the nation, is fucking insane. And if you're sitting there saying pair it up, well, guess what, motherfucker? Everybody that's not like you who can't take 2, and I would love to, but I'm more financial, you know, even though I'm in debt, I think about the finances aspect, and I'm like, until I get used to 1 and know exactly what the costs are, I'm not picking up a second. You know, like, I want to, and I know I'm in an apartment, dude. If I had a house, fuck it, I'll buy as many as I can without getting a ticket. You know, like I got a yard that can go run around. I don't feel so bad about having to be able to take him out for a walk.
Well,
But
see,
since I had to take him out for a walk, 2 is like a fucking limit right there.
That's the great thing. The entire back part of our house, we can fence it in and they can run. And
Yeah.
I mean, they have about, I'd say,
Well, and where
half
to
a
be
football
fair
field.
though, where you're at too, if you're a good trainer, I'd be willing to bet you just go at the house.
She is.
I'm a good trainer.
She is.
They have leash laws everywhere around here, and I'm going to tell you right now, I never once got a ticket. I got mentioned once or twice, but I never once got a ticket, and I only got mentioned because people were being prudy about it.
We're in the country. There ain't no fucking leash law.
Yeah, and here's the other
Oh
issue.
my god,
dude, there's fucking leash laws in the country here on 14ers and shit.
Bruh.
You're not allowed to have them off leash.
bruh.
What?
What do dogs do?
Shit.
Do they not bark?
Yeah.
That was
Why?
a shitty bark, I know, but do they not bark?
Yeah.
Our neighbor, right there. We gotta do something about Riley and his barking. I'm up all hours of the night. See, Riley used to get out. He would get loose from
Okay.
us. He would run under our feet and he'd be gone for days.
Yeah.
He'd just roam the neighborhood.
Yeah.
At night, he would come here. Our front door is right over there. Right outside of our front door, right off our little cement porch area, you could see where he would make his bed and lay. I know that because when I had my gallbladder surgery, Riley was outside. The recliner, if you can see it,
Yeah.
that red recliner is where I slept. The front door is right behind that red recliner.
Okay.
So if anybody wasn't getting any sleep, it was me. But he won't sit there. We got to do something about that bark. Excuse me. Call animal control. Tell them that there is a dog that does belong to a family. He gets out from time to time. It's not because they let him. And tell animal control that the bark is too annoying for you. Animal control will laugh at you and tell you dogs bark. Either move, get earplugs, or deal with it.
See, now here, now
That's
in the
literally
country, I
what
can
they'll say
kind of
here.
understand. But here, and I'm not saying what animal control do, but I'm just saying like the way it's viewed.
Mhm.
We're very dog friendly in the city. But barking is not an accepted. Like if you're leaving your fucking dog out on the porch or out on the patio and shit, and they're fucking barking the whole day, that's animal abuse. Like straight up. We're talking 7 foot wide by like 3 foot deep. They're in a little cage all day long out on the fucking patio.
No, yeah, that would
People will send them out on the patio and close the door. They're on second, third, whatever floor. So and they sit there and they bark because they have anxiety. Because dogs get separation anxiety. That's why they're barking. Now, there's other situations where if they go to the park and shit, they'll bark because they're playing and shit. But
let me show you how you're correct and everything you just said. Watch this.
yeah, I know dogs.
Come on.
I know dogs. I know I'm right. I might not brag about a lot in saying I'm right, but that's one. I know I'm right.
Right here. This baby right here. She lays with me. She is a mama's baby. Yes, she is. She lays with me every night. She will lay in between my feet. One morning, she went to get out of the bed and threw the covers, and she hit my arm a little bit. She snapped at her.
Damn.
When I looked down when you was just talking, she was laying at my feet. She's my baby.
Aww.
Dobby's my baby too. Like she's actually
that's
she's
a Chihuahua walking up on you right now, huh?
Coco, yeah.
I had two. I had two when I was with the ex.
Come on.
That's a long hair Chihuahua.
No.
Deer head.
Coco.
I'm gonna guess deer head because usually the long hairs are.
Come on. Pomeranian.
Oh,
Coco.
He's a mix. That's why.
Coco.
They do make long hair Chihuahuas. That's why I thought it was. But my uncle's is a long hair Chihuahua, but yeah, Pomeranian mix will do it.
Yeah, she's a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix.
I wonder what kind of Chihuahua she is. Maybe deer head. I can't really tell though because Pomeranian kind of throws it off. Because you always look at the head, and there's two main types of Chihuahua. There's apple head and there's deer head. And it's exactly like it sounds. If they got the short
Nope,
little
you can't feel me, get down.
snubby, if it's a short little snubby snout, yeah, they an apple head. Deer head looks like a fucking deer.
But yeah, Dobby Creaker is mine and the family's dog, meaning
Yeah.
she has something to do with him. The kids do. My dad does. Dobby, the full white one, is supposed to be just mine. He's supposed to be my emotional support animal.
Yeah.
He has nothing to do with me.
He says, nope, I want Mystic.
No, he does. But the crazy part is he'll follow her. But if I do if he's not asleep and he hears it, he'll come. He's getting now to where he doesn't come to me because of Creaker.
Yeah.
But he's my baby. He knows he is.
All right.
It's time.
Yep. We got to, because we did it again.
We did. Every time.
All right. We'll have you back on. Appreciate you being on. And
Thank you for having me.
yeah, we'll catch you all in the next one.
See ya.